Low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
It's a fact. When it comes to your health care, early detection saves lives. No question about it. And when it comes to your long-term health care, you want the most information possible for sure. That's where Life Imaging FLA comes in. With Life Imaging FLA, there's no guessing game, just hard data in real time so you can create a health care plan that's proactive, not reactive. With my full body scan from Life Imaging FLA, I now know that I have small cysts on my kidneys, the beginnings of diverticulitis, and a moderately swollen prostate gland. That allows me to form a health care plan with my primary care physician to attack these issues head on. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA now for your free heart scan with just a few minimum requirements. That's a $699 value. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Don't wait another minute to make that very important appointment today. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Attention business owners. Was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours. So let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now. 800-375-1175. That's 800-375-1175. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-375-1175. 800-375-1175.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. And right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn models equipped with a V6 engine. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 7/5/23.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 102.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from this is absolutely disgusting to a country has decided to kill every single rat, and would you take drugs designed by AI?
Yes.
Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Celia.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. You could also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Sweating.
Good. Sweating because it's hot outside.
It is overcast and still 95 degrees.
I'm telling you, last night, again, I look outside at like 10 o'clock. I peek out and I go, holy cow, it's still hot. It's pitch black outside.
It was insane, man. Yesterday was wild how hot it was.
I'm not a fan.
I was...
whole country like this right now.
I was good this morning because yesterday, after the second day in a row of just getting in my car and it's not far enough home for my AC to get cold.
Oh, it takes a little time to kick in.
So yesterday I dug out like an old can of refrigerant and topped her off.
Nice.
And so after the show today will be the litmus test for if I did a good job or if I need a new car.
Look at
I'm
mechanic
excited for
man. He's hard at work on his car trying to fix things.
Don't commend me because I spent at least a couple days in the past week or so trying to replace my headlight or trying to replace my high beam with a headlight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because the headlight was out. So I ended up throwing away a completely good high beam. And I was just like, it won't fit.
Way to run yourself down. We were believing in you
Yeah,
for a
it was.
second.
I am awesome at cars.
Yeah. And then any listener that is actually awesome at cars, hit up C-Lane. C-Lane at Real Radio.
You might need a little hand. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. By the way, this step of piece says first world problems for poor C-Lane. This is an every world problem. When it's hot outside and your AC ain't working right, that's an every world problem. Anyhow, we go to the Pizza Man.
Ooh, I have a song.
In New York City, Mr. Pizza Man, and he is very, very angry. You see, they announced this new plan to cut pizza oven emissions by 75% in New York, and this will affect like the coal-fired pizza places and places with certain pizza ovens.
I'm sorry, are there like legislators in New York that have never been to the city before?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they keep wanting to ban weird things. Is it the pizza song?
I need some cheese, tomatoes, and olives, and maybe even some meat.
Yeah.
I need some pizza.
All right, let's go to Pizza Man.
Does the song mention pineapple? Because that's very divisive.
No, we don't want to get into that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Pizza Man is mad. Here he goes.
This is the New York Pizza Party.
Oh, God.
Give us pizza or give us death.
I'm sorry, you needed a script for that?
Yeah, you got to remember the whole thing. It was longer. He takes the pizza out.
Give us pizza.
And he's throwing the slices at the government building.
Okay, that's a waste of a great pizza.
There's like 99 cents a slice there.
He's just out there tossing all the pizzas at the fence because he's real upset about this thing that's going on.
We cannot watch that clip of Breaking Bad without giving a high five. No,
Yeah.
a high five to Bryan Cranston, who threw that pizza on the roof in one take.
Yeah.
Was that one take for real?
It was one take. They ordered a bunch of pizza because they thought it was going to take them a few, and then now the cast and crew just has pizza lunch.
He drilled it on the first time, and this guy is very, very upset, and a lot of other people are too. They said it's going to affect some of the pizza joints in New York City.
Give us pizza or give us death.
Restaurants will be required to evaluate their exhaust systems to determine if they can be outfitted with scrubbers capable of trapping pollutants, and they'll have to install and maintain them.
Well, they need like a catalytic converter for restaurants?
Yes, basically it's like a filter that you put up in there, I guess.
I'm sorry, but why is it crazy from a consumer standpoint that I don't want toxins and pollutants in my pizza?
No, this is not from the pizza. This would be the stuff that goes out from
the world.
The pizza smells might be eliminated by this too.
Maybe this is how somewhere else in the country becomes the culinary capital of the country. Like they just have legislation on everything. What they're getting rid of foie gras.
That's a tough one to say.
They're regulating the pizza. What else was going
Gas
on? Oh, the
stoves?
gas stoves. Gas stoves is a big deal.
Yeah, they don't want those. And now the pizza
You know who's
attack is
protecting
on.
gas stoves? Who says we're not coming up?
DeSantis.
Daddy DeSantis.
Yeah, he doesn't like the attack on the gas stoves. Whole thing's kind of stupid, honestly, but the pizza guy's real mad about things. All right, let's go to this story that I wanted to share with you guys because this is a wild ride, and why not get on the train and go full speed here right off the top? In Flagler County, Florida, there is a sheriff's detective who they said risked his life because he used his vehicle to knock a wrong-way driver off US 1.
I'm sorry?
This person was in the wrong lane hauling ass, and the sheriff, used his car to, get this guy off the road. And the amazing thing about this is after he gets him off the road, he kicks his body cam on. My God, this guy is hammered. I mean,
the wrong way driver.
Yeah, the wrong way driver is as drunk as I've seen a driver maybe in my life. He has no idea where he is, what's going on.
Is it late at night?
No, it's broad daylight.
God.
No, it was 12:59. It was 12:59. Remember
Buddy.
that as you hear this guy.
Crazy started at 7 a.m.
This guy was going, and this is from 2 days ago. Here's what they captured on the body
Do you need
cam.
an ambulance? No. Are you a diabetic? No. Okay.
Oh,
Are
he
you okay?
didn't, completely
What are you
wreck
doing?
his
Where are you
car?
coming
No, he just pushed him off the road.
Fine. What?
He's trying to say, I'm fine, which you could barely get out of his mouth.
Are we positive it's not and he just asked diabetic?
Yeah, the officer's working through that because he wants to know, am I going to start yelling at this guy for being drunk and he's a diabetic? But he's not. The guy's hammered
Does
right
he
now.
look to you guys like someone you may have met once or twice?
I need to.
I don't know. He doesn't look familiar to me.
I feel like Sean has to play the sound, and you're going to tell us exactly.
Does it sound
who
like
is.
it?
No. He just looks kind of like my dad.
Oh no, it's not B-Lane. It
For
is
the
not
record,
B-Lane.
not C-Lane's dad. Just for the record, all right?
He would never.
But this guy's out of it. And listen,
But I think if my dad were that drunk, I'd be like, I'm fine.
yeah, fine, good
Fine.
film. And he does something else that I've heard happen before in many drunken truck stops, but drunken car stops or whatever. But this guy is progressively pissing off the cop more because he's so hammered. So listen in.
You're fine. Yeah. Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
All right, let's get that ID.
He's either going to be signal one or it's going to be a medical episode.
So he doesn't know yet.
Med, please. Okay. Sir, where are you coming from?
Yep.
Oh God.
This is your debit card. This is your driver's license. Ask for your ID.
Love when that happens.
Okay. So take that back.
All right,
You
now
have
watch this. This is where it really gets to the point where you realize this guy is out of his mind drunk.
your ID on you?
He asked for the ID again, not the debit card.
Sir, I'm asking for your identification, not your debit card. I need your driver's license, not your Chase debit card. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
He doesn't get it
Again?
at all.
Sir, look at me. I'm asking for your driver's license. Your license. You are handing me a debit card.
He's on another planet right now, and he's staring at the cop, and he just keeps holding out
God,
his
I
debit card.
I know, definitely drunk,
Mhm.
or allegedly, now that we're on the radio, but something is also screaming a mix of medical or really old situation.
Well, let me
here.
toss something at you here. There are 2 open bottles of vodka in the car.
Oh, right. That changes it.
So
Yeah,
this guy he's been drinking, and he's been hitting the bottle pretty hard. Is there something else going on? Who knows? But he is really out of it. Still can't get the
You know
license.
who the president is?
Well,
Who's the
I'm
president?
sorry?
Obama.
No.
He's too off, man.
Buddy. Damn, 2 terms ago, that drunk.
And I almost felt like in that moment he was like, all right, buddy, pull it together. If you pull it together right here and get the president right, you might be able to get out of this. And he goes, Obama.
Vagina.
Confidently says Obama, or semi-confidently. No, that's not
You know who
right.
the president is?
Yep.
Who's the president?
Let's see.
Obama.
Obama? Okay, how many quarters are in a dollar?
What is this? He's having a fun time now?
I mean, he doesn't know how many quarters are in a dollar. That's
he answers,
drunk.
Imagine. Obama.
He's got a lot going on right now because they're pulling him out of the car.
I mean, to be fair, there was a feature on Gmail that you could turn on at one point. It might still be there to stop you from sending drunk emails. Like you could set a period of time during the night where if you wanted to send an email, it made you answer math problems.
Yeah, this would have worked.
click send.
That would have worked on this guy. He ain't solving any problem.
Is he now resisting?
They're trying to drag him out. It's like 5 cops around.
Do we need that many cops?
I think he's too wasted to resist.
He can barely walk.
I mean, what a mess this guy is. Obama's the president, obviously, right? There he goes. He gets hauled off to jail, has no idea what year it even is, and he's going to face the consequences. In the meantime, a lot of other people are going to be facing consequences. I'm not sure if it's anybody in this studio that this will impact, but the crackdowns continue. Not just the Netflix crackdown now.
This one hurts.
The Costco crackdown is on.
No!
Yes, the Costco crackdown is on. Anybody impacted by this?
No.
Honestly, no. I haven't been in a minute, but I feel like there's someone else.
Yeah, I know I haven't been to Costco in quite some time. And Sabrina, I haven't heard you talking about Costco.
No, not really.
I distinctly remember C-Lane telling some Costco stories at some point in time.
Love Costco.
But
it's a great place.
So you can't share with your family,
No.
or you can't share with a friend?
So here's what they said. They said Costco confirmed that they noticed non-member shoppers have been using membership cards that do not belong to them. What's happening?
That's crazy.
What? You mean you finally realized that you don't check people's picture on the card?
And now at these Costco stores, which if you're not familiar, this is one of these like membership stores where you go shop and buy stuff in bulk. And they said store employees are now asking people to see the photos on their membership cards. We already asked for the membership card at checkout. We're now asking to see the membership card with their photo at our self-service checkout registers. If their membership card does not have a photo, we ask them for photo ID to match the ID.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah, if you could probably do it that way. You might be good.
Do they make you take off like your hat or something?
I don't know, but the weird thing is, you know what's weird? So they have the self-checkout, so they don't have to have an employee there, and now they have to have an employee there.
There's still an employee there that kind of like
Hovers?
helps people. They somewhat hovers. I think they're there to find the not so savvy self-checker outers.
Mm-hmm.
So
As they call it.
So like the employee has a gun. Like the
my God.
Yes, and they're like,
Jesus.
you better check out quick.
It's a fake ID. It's not my membership.
And no, the employee has like a scanning gun, and they can switch what computer they're using and scanning for at any time by just scanning that, and then they start like scanning all your stuff. And all right, let's go, come on,
Because they
helping
want
you along.
to speed up the
Yeah,
process.
I think they probably like age discriminate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Boomers are slow.
They look around, they're like,
You know-
these people are going to be slow.
C-Lane, you're talking a lot of crap for the thin ice you are currently skating
How am I
on.
on thin
You're your picture is up, I'm sure, at most of the Costco's.
That's
here
not a
locally.
thing.
They're watching
I
you.
think they'd have to take my picture in the first place.
Wait, they don't have their picture?
For that, I would
What
have
are
to
you
be
doing in there?
for that. I'd have to be a Costco member.
Right. Yeah, this seems like this might impact
But
you.
yeah, what they're saying is they've finally figured out that they don't look at people's picture when you walk in,
Mm-hmm.
and then the people that are using other people's cards, membership, allegedly,
How much is
are
a membership?
using the self-checkout because you self-scan the membership card.
All right, let me just throw this out there. Is this not a potential loophole? Let's say you
Fake
buy a Costco membership, all right?
By the way, $60 annually.
All right, you buy for 1 year, and then you cancel it. And then when you're going in, if they check your Costco card, there you are with your little face.
Might be
on
an
the ID.
expiration date.
Because you have to, your membership card has to be scanned at checkout point.
Okay, riddle me this, though. For $60 a month, or a year, I'm sorry,
Mm.
why not let them share it? Because if you, for example, if C-Lane was borrowing someone's Costco card, he's still going in and buying,
Spending money.
a lot of money and like bulk, and he'll go there maybe once a quarter.
Yeah, but a lot of the money they make is from those memberships, and that's how they
It's
keep
only
the prices low.
$60 a
Yeah, they
year.
said
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't feel it's right that non-members receive the same benefits and pricing as our members.
Go down to the part where it tells you they make $4 billion a year off memberships.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of money and a lot of people, so they want to get even more. When we come back, this is absolutely disgusting, and you have to hear what is about to happen on the show. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before I-4, exit 259. You can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading northbound north of Holden Avenue and before Michigan Street. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. They'll change your oil and have you back to working on your farmer's tan faster than you can choose the right SPF. Stop by one of their locations for a full synthetic oil change to help your car beat the heat. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
Get your tickets now
at AXS.com
for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Coming back to Las Vegas.
2 nights.
September 22nd and 23rd.
1 stage.
At T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
This is the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Buy your tickets for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival now.
Before they sell out.
At AXS.com.
That's AXS.com.
Shop Central Florida's largest selection of appliances like Bosch, LG, KitchenAid Cafe, Samsung Profile, and more during Southeast Steel's July 4th rebate days. Save now and pay later. Southeast Steel has 0% financing available, so head into Southeast Steel, where you really do get the best deal.
Did you guys know the average person eats 9 spiders whenever I cook for them?
From his multiple Netflix comedy specials, Anthony Jeselnik brings his new stand-up tour, Bones and All, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Don't miss Anthony Jeselnik, live on November 19th. Tickets are on sale now at hardrocktampa.com and anthonyjeselnik.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
It's summer at Racetrack. Open up a bottle of savings with buy one, get one for $1 20-ounce sodas. That's delicious. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Buy one 20-ounce soda, get one for $1. See store for details and additional limitations.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The 4th of July is an important holiday for all Americans. For some husbands, however, in troubled marriages, holidays are marked more by hardship than harmony. If you're such a guy and considering divorce, know all your options. We advise, we advocate, and when necessary, we litigate.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others. Want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com. Prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you and you with Amino Energy.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer has to say about their experience.
After the hurricanes destroyed our old fence, we took the advice of our neighbor and called Fence Outlet. They were fast and professional, and we love our new fence.
Check them out at fenceoutlet.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona.
O'Reilly.
It may be sunny out now, but severe storm season is just around the corner. Your local O'Reilly Auto Parts has the emergency supplies you may need, including generators, tarps, emergency lighting, and cleanup supplies. Prepare now for severe storms ahead with a visit to the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall, there's only one Mo you should call, the Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Welcome to the good stuff. I'm Jacob Schick, a third-generation combat Marine.
And I'm his co-host and wife, Ashley Schick. We believe everyone has a story to tell, not only about the peaks, but the valleys they've been through to get them to where they are today. We're joined by some amazing guests who share the lessons they've learned that shaped who they are and what they're doing to pay it forward and give back.
Listen to the good stuff on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
This is absolutely disgusting. So brace yourself. And maybe you might want to make your way over, if you're brave, to YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. That's where you can get the live feed always from the show. It's a big old production. I think you'll like it. A lot of people are now dedicated to watching that way. And anyone don't care if you podcast, live stream, whatever you do, listen live on any of the stations where the show is. But you can watch on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie.
All right, on a scale of 1 to Sabrina's going to throw up in her mouth, what is it?
I got to tell you, I don't know where you're going to be at on this, but to me, it was revolting.
See, that says a lot, man. I feel like I'm really not going to like this.
Well, let me start out with where it's from, because one of my favorite pastimes is going on the Nextdoor app.
That is correct.
And I like to see all the dodos on there.
Oh, you're not going to like this.
And I like to see what people are willing to share on the Nextdoor app. I find it to be so odd. The only thing I post is if, like yesterday, we had some chairs we were trying to get rid of. And so we posted these chairs
picked up immediately.
Not only were they picked up immediately, I think somebody picked them up that just drove by, and then people start to get mad on Nextdoor, and they're like, "What the hell? I wanted these."
That happened to me a couple years ago, where this is surprising, had a couple cat towers, and it was time to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And so I put it on Nextdoor, free to grab. And immediately, within 15 minutes, someone grabbed them. But then I had multiple messages of people offering me money, upwards of $80 for these used cat towers.
Well, people were doing that to us too. But then you know what else they would do? We put the chairs out. They're gone in like 5 minutes. And Courtney tries to delete the post as fast as possible. And somebody's like, hey, you get people like this all the time. Somebody's like, oh, man, I was planning on using these in my office.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You just ruined my day.
Like, they've been up for 5 minutes. You were planning on using these?
My child with leukemia would have loved this.
Jesus, sorry. So people share all sorts of stuff, way too much on Nextdoor.
On Nextdoor, is it one of those situations where it takes a while to delete a post, or
I don't
you're
think
better
so.
off just editing it first?
I think you could just delete it fairly easily, but I don't do it. Courtney was the one who did it in this case. And so I'm trolling around and I'm seeing what else is going on. And Nextdoor is the social media outlet like Facebook or something, but for your neighborhood. You generally have to confirm what neighborhood you're in, and then you can see what's going on, and it's always a bunch of stupid stuff around you. So I saw this post, and I go, oh, my God. All right, here it is in front of me.
This is one of our neighbors, huh?
It says, my buddy has had a roach problem for some time now.
Okay. Oh, my God. I've already seen it. That's so gross, dude.
My buddy has had a roach problem for some time now, and he's used pretty much all the products you could buy to get rid of them, but they come back. But I stopped by there and I saw an empty glass that was chocolate milk with cream, and it had about a quarter of the glass was full of roaches trying to get out. He ran out of the chocolate, so I said, just put a little bit of cream on the bottom of the glass and see what happens. When he woke up, it was again full of roaches. So he had some old jars, and he just put the cream in and put one in every room in his house. He did that for a week, and roaches are gone. So don't bother buying all the other stuff and just get the cream, this person says.
Creamy roaches.
And it shows like a whipped cream thing that says extra creamy whipped topping. And then
That may have just ruined whipped cream for me.
A cup full of all of these roaches.
How about you tell your buddy to
though.
get some pest control?
Call
That's
an expert.
just collecting them, man.
It's like $50.
In this photo, I see a can of whipped cream and a cup of roaches. Did the roaches eat all the cream?
I think so.
Where is... Oh, gosh.
Okay, and then what about, there was a mention of chocolate earlier. Did he accidentally, go to drink this cup of what he thought was chocolate at the bottom and it was roaches?
Oh, God, don't do that. Don't put that
Okay,
image
I'm
in my head. Don't do that.
Just saying.
He was saying the first time his friend accidentally discovered this miracle to get all the roaches out of your house, he accidentally left his chalky milk out.
Was there a like a test, like a scientific test to determine whether the roaches were more attracted to the cream than the chocolate milk?
Do you think these
we do a
people are
cup of
doing
cream and a cup-
scientific tests? These people don't even know they shouldn't post this online. They don't know anything.
I mean, he's there for his buddy, but his buddy, did not. If there's that many roaches in one cup, he has been ignoring that problem for a long time. And that means he's leaving cups and stuff everywhere.
Well, you heard the part of the bit where
It's
he
disgusting.
said he put one in every room, and he did that for a week.
Red flag city.
And then finally, he got all of the roaches because they just couldn't resist.
Oh my God, I'm so grossed out, man. That is disgusting.
Gaze Perception on YouTube says roach milk is the future. Don't do that either. Don't do that. Sour Patch Pete said, I don't understand. How did the roaches die? I think they might still be alive in there, just kind of chilling.
Drunk on whipped cream?
Or they can't climb out because of the tallness of the glass or something.
So I, an ex from quite a few years ago, it was around the time that I had the tree come through my roof.
Yeah.
So I had to stay somewhere and stayed there for a while and quickly realized that I needed to get a hotel.
Okay.
Because there was a massive fruit fly problem. To the point where I'm like, hey, do we want to deal with this a little bit? And there's that home remedy of apple cider vinegar.
You put it out in a cup.
And a couple drops of soap.
Mhm.
And then the fruit flies, I'm getting itchy just talking about it. Fruit flies will go to drink it and sink to the bottom.
Well,
I
look.
set it up one day and there were
You got all of them?
hundreds.
Oh my God, there was that many?
Hundreds in there.
This was a lot from this guy, and he decided to post this on Nextdoor. I don't know what goes through some of your heads when you share stuff like this online, because I can't help but judge. Now I'm just judging this person who's living
I'm very much judging.
and existing in a world, and I think they were German cockroaches, which I think means they're a little smaller.
Oh, we love the cream. We like to crawl around your little house.
the Germans.
The German
cockroaches.
It appears that you
Sorry,
like.
Celine.
Yeah, you guys ran into each other with your
He needs a
German.
voice effect.
We didn't run into each other. She ran into me.
I'm gonna walk back now.
All right,
to
see
my
you
spot.
See you later.
Bye.
We need to put out some cream for you, or
I love the whipped cream.
All right.
Oh, and I hope the human drinks me a little bit.
Oh, that's disgusting. That photo just rocked my world last night, and I said, "Why? Why would anybody do this?" I don't think I should put it up on See It Now.
No,
but
put it up on Say It Now for sure.
I will during the
I
break.
can't wait for someone to just scroll through, not warned at all about what it is.
It is something to behold. I'll put that up during this break over on See It
Ugh.
Now. Meanwhile, there is a GoFundMe floating around for a man by the name of Timothy Southern who died at a bar in Jamaica. Timothy is a British man, or was a British man, as he's now dead, and his family is trying to raise money to
That
bring
doesn't mean he's not British anymore.
his remains back to England from Jamaica, where he was when he died, and they don't have enough money to do so. And in the GoFundMe, it says, a bar in Jamaica had a challenge for guests to drink all 21 cocktails on their menu. And this guy goes, hell yeah, we're in Jamaica. Let's party. Let's do this thing.
Wait, that's how he died?
53-year-old Timothy Southern had already been drinking when he came across two women undertaking the challenge at the Royal Decameron Club Caribbean in St. Anne.
That's right. Let's get lit.
In Jamaica. And so they said he decided to join these women, and he made his way through 12 of the cocktails on the menu before returning to his room where he collapsed and later died.
Buddy.
They said alcohol consumption is what led to his death.
No way.
And the family blamed a faulty response from medics to the scene.
He was in his hotel room.
Yeah, he went back to his hotel room after getting through 12 of the cocktails. And they said he was already drinking before. He was like, yeah. Let's keep raging and get all 21 cocktails down on the menu.
Like, he had an internal thing go on at his age after alcohol consumption, or he fell asleep.
It doesn't
faced
say.
up.
It just says both Jamaica and the United Kingdom determined that alcohol consumption caused his death. So I don't know if he maybe threw up and choked on that, or I don't know what happened.
That's a way to go, man.
See if you can find the menu, C-Lane, for Royal Decameron Club Caribbean in St. Anne. I know I'm giving you a lot there. Royal Decameron Club Caribbean in St. Anne, Jamaica. Because I want to see what these 21 drinks are that this guy was trying to work his way through.
So there was a bar downtown, and then they had another location elsewhere in the city called the Clubhouse, and they used to have a thing called Crawl the Wall, and it wasn't cocktails, it was beers. It was draft beers.
Okay. That's a little safe.
But they had 20 of them. But they would run into the problem where, much like this guy in Jamaica, you would have patrons already drinking, and they would go, we could crawl the wall. And then they get through 20. I don't even know if they were full pints. I think they used to be full pints, and then they had some problems. They had to switch to 12 ounces or something. But still, they would have these, they would get through 20 of these beers and then just have issues with the people that have now completed it.
Right. You got to babysit these people.
And I guess the staff hated it. They were friends of mine, and they were like, "This, we're ready for this to be done." And the catalyst was somebody at their other location fell through a glass table, and they're like, "All right, Crawl the Wall is over."
Good God.
So New York Post says that his cause of death was acute gastroenteritis.
Wow.
Due to alcohol consumption. So I don't think that he threw up.
No, it sounds like he's just alcohol poisoning, basically. Here's a photo of him for those of you watching. He's just chilling out in Jamaica. He's looking a little Michael Scott-ish.
Yeah.
With his hat on, tan everywhere, Jan everywhere, as he lays down on the beach. And then he just went on a bender. He wanted to drink as much as he possibly could, and he only got through 12 of these menus, or these items on the drinks on the menu there. Did you find the place, C-Lam?
The TripAdvisor's taking too long to respond. Here we go.
Because I want to see if they put it on the.
What a tiny menu!
This little menu for ants.
Yeah, is it the? Yeah, I'm on the same one. You can't even open it up.
All right, hang on here.
All right, here we go. So we have our. Nope, it's pixelized. There's no way of even seeing it. Maybe that's the reason why it's so intense over there, because you can't even read the menu from overseas.
Or they've tried deleting them all.
I'm going to put this up right now in the See It Now section of the News Junkie app, just so everybody could take a peek.
Not seeing anything.
I'm saying, excuse me, I'm going to put up the Roach thing that I was talking about earlier. I'm going to put it's just, if you really, really want to, if you really, really want to take the dive into that, and I don't know if you're going to enjoy it, but at least it's there for you to see the visual, since this is a radio show after all. Okay, let's see here. Let's get to you. Let's get to some of your dispatches. You can join us by leaving one. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's go over to Jazzy Josh, who's not happy with us.
Good Lord, man. You used to refrain from stories like that around lunch. But not anymore. Just letting the chocolate milk Roach stories rip has a mid-bite into my hot dog.
Oh, no.
Okay,
man.
hot dog at 11:30, sir?
At least you weren't mid-sipping of your chocolate milk.
Yeah, that would have really ruined things for
man.
you. Hey, the folks in West Palm and on the Treasure Coast will get it in a clear zone for eating lunch.
Oh,
at
they'll
least.
definitely eat lunch during
They'll still
that
be
time.
sick, but, here we go. Here's Sith Lord Seth.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
I just wanted to sincerely apologize that I don't want to represent you on Fritz on the Street.
Oh.
I know it's obvious that you're extremely good at this game, but I would rather represent C-Lane. What do you say, buddy?
Okay.
No, it's out there. C-Lane, do you accept?
I mean, you're representing me or I'm representing you?
Yeah, he did say it
How
backwards.
does this relationship work, Sith Lord Seth?
He made it a little more confusing than it needed to be, but well, you're out there. You got a chance. Maybe C-Lane will take you up on that, maybe not. But when we come back, it is 10 years that we've been doing this show, right? 10-year anniversary this week of the News Junkie Radio Show. Party forthcoming. And somebody sent in an email, and they're listing the 10 things that they hate about the show.
Oh, fun. I love that.
For 2023 and our 10-year anniversary. We'll see what they say. This person's 10 things that they hate about the show is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, good Wednesday to you. Jamie King with your forecast update for the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. Hot with increasing clouds, temps near 95 at peak today with a feels like temp at 107. The heat will be on. Rain chances rising for the PM at 50%. A scattering of showers and storms. Storm chances fade with the evening. As sun goes down, rain chances drop to 20%. Lows down to 76. Hot highs on Thursday at 96. Rain chance 20%. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Rajamanar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding and Sonic initiatives across the board, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles. We have been partnering with iHeart across multiple platforms, both for brand enhancement as well as for performance marketing. I think the cut-through of the message and the recall of the brand are much higher. Also, that has been very beneficial for us to integrate some of our campaigns into the native content of iHeart. It has been a very nice partnership, and it continues to be very strong into the future.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Some good news. Dunkin' just dropped a new menu item, and it's epic. Try new extra charge Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Basically, an energy-packed refresh button in a cup. Available in all your favorite Dunkin' Refresher flavors like strawberry dragon fruit, raspberry watermelon, and mango pineapple. Try new extra charge Dunkin' Refreshers today. Available for a limited time, so run, don't walk. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit-flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500,
and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. And right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn models equipped with a V6 engine. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 7/5/23.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to the Osceola Heritage Park July 6th to the 9th with 1,500 vehicles at auction. Register to bid and buy advanced discount tickets at Mecum.com. Your Mecum experience begins at Mecum.com.
If Twitter is imploding, we're going along for the ride. Join us at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Well, hey there. And thank you for hanging out with us today and always. And we've been doing this as of this week for 10 years. And we want to thank you for supporting the show and making it such a success over those 10 years. No matter where you're listening to the show today or watching the show or podcasting the show from, putting up with all the things that happen along the way, like the fuzzy noises and the skipping podcasts. And still, we have the biggest podcast in the state of Florida just because you guys are dedicated. So thank you so much for that. That is much, much appreciated. Although we do have an email here to read, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And Shane says, 10 things I hate about the show. And this is for our 10-year anniversary from Shane.
This will humble us.
I think so. Maybe. We'll see where he goes. Hey, News Junkie. Congratulations on your amazing 10-year anniversary. It's a huge accomplishment for a radio show to last this long, especially with the ratings you guys maintain here in Florida. He used the word especially strangely there. It's like...
Even if you have great ratings,
Well, he said it's a huge accomplishment for a radio show to last this long, especially with the ratings that you have.
First of
which
all,
makes it seems like...
flag on the field, we have great ratings.
The ratings are incredible for this show. That's one of the things we got going for us. It's why we don't get fired most of the time, because we have like 20 shares.
I think he means like especially, it's especially impressive.
With the
that,
okay,
that,
all right.
that we have.
There's a positive interpretation. We'll
I don't
take
know.
it.
It'd still be like it's really impressive. You got those kind of ratings.
As part of the
Crap
10-year
show.
celebrations, I willingly and without hesitation and in the nicest way possible now share the 10 things I hate about y'all. All right? Number 1, I hate that it took so long for Sabby to get her power desk, Shane says. Well,
Ultra Super Mega Desk.
I mean, that desk took a long time. There's a lot that went into it. And,
Hey, but I appreciate my experience on the TV tray. I'll
Right.
never forget it.
Well, now you're over there in Big Desk Land.
Yeah.
So
What do I
let's
put
go.
in
You
the
never
clothes?
had just a TV tray.
No, yeah,
I'm sorry, they had the little sliver on Sean's desk.
It's more than a sliver.
It's a
It's
tiny
a section.
corner.
It's an area.
You cannot put a laptop in that corner there without it falling.
You can put one laptop in that corner.
Listen, I am humbled by that moment, and I never will go back.
Maybe though.
Number 2.
Let's go to number 2. I hate that Fritz on the street still continues to be only 1 day per week. Let's be honest.
How many times are we supposed to put Fritz on the street?
There have been a many time when his precious segment has kept the show afloat, Shane says.
Shane.
Not too unfair. Number 3, I absolutely hate the fact that every now and then Sabby speaks glowingly of her little helpers. Sabby, have you ever considered the courtesy of inviting them on the show? Is it possible that they have fans out there who would like to hear more about them, but from them and not you?
Okay, well, one, Fritz is part of that.
That's true.
He's a very key member. We have been on the show. It was a couple years ago.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
And finally, I will say that what do you mean by that? We're supposed to just have like in Sean's garage.
Just have Sabby's little helpers hanging out
playing.
here.
We'll do the rejoins once YouTube like throws out all the flags.
Yeah, I mean it's a backup plan, and
so put a pin in that.
We'll consider it.
Number 4.
Number 4. I hate the fact that it hasn't even been considered to have Josh on the show full time. He's dry.
I won't pay for that.
They said he's dry, born without a personality, and duller than a doorknob. Wow, Jesus. Wow. Hence, I can't figure out why I enjoy when he's on the show, but I do. When will you guys stop using him? Only when one of you can't make it to the show. Keep your head up, Josh. So they want Josh
after
full-time.
that statement.
Yeah, there was good and bad in that one, and some of these other ones too, like this one. Number 5 in the list from Shane to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, 10 things he hates about the show. I hate the fact that Mr. C-Lane is becoming a dad.
Okay.
Wow.
You and me both, bud.
Things are getting too smushy and fluffy with him and his precious little one on the way. I hate that he's just so damn happy. All right. Well, you're going to have to get used to that. I don't know if that's changing anytime soon. Unless he has this baby and he's like, I don't want this.
Whoa, that is not in
me.
Shane's email.
Too damn happy. You should have seen me yesterday. I was like grumpy and hot half the day.
Oh, yeah. If he rode with you from here to your house after work, you wouldn't have thought he was so damn happy. Number 6, I hate the fact that Sean, with the small hands, hates Canadians and wants them wiped off the face of the earth. Sean, maybe we could learn from them. How is it that they manage to have free health care and we can't even seem to figure that out? Is it possible they aren't as dumb as you may think? Please just stop being so old and cranky. Mine was just all negative, but okay.
Shane, you okay, man?
I'll consider it. Number 7. I am terrified at the torture you guys put your attorney Moses DeWitt through. That's true. Too often when he's on the show, you guys are drunk. And in addition, request explanations regarding the most...
You're drunk, Shane.
...null and void legal matters one could think of. I'm sure whenever he shows up, he's asking himself in his mind, how the hell do I get out of this? Or how the hell
contractually he cannot.
Did my career come to this? And on to number 8. Just a couple more left.
Number 8.
And as for you, Moses, can I get $1 every time you say the word typically? I would be a super billionaire. Here are some of the suggestions of words to mix things up a bit more. Try usually or oftentimes. It started out as like tongue-in-cheek and nice, and then just dropping the hammer in the last 2. Number 9. It's been 10 years, yet Sean still can't remember when he's supposed to have the amazing Amy Caulfield on for her segment.
I mean, it's a great point.
That's true. What a breath of fresh air she is, and she has such a beautiful family.
Did you see the post she made for us?
Yeah, I did actually see that yesterday. She was very, very nice, our friend Amy Caulfield, talking about 10 years of the show. I just don't get why she refuses to do better than the news junkie. All right, and finally, today I learned. Number 10, I absolutely hate myself for loving this show. It sicks me to my stomach that I choose this show to get my news and entertainment information from. I'm glad I'm smart enough to draw the line at sports, though. It pains me to admit that it is likely that I will continue to listen to this show for another 10 years.
All right.
Assuming by then that Sean isn't so old that he ends up dead. Well, thank you, Shane. Thank you.
All right.
Kind of.
Thank you.
But
Shane Areno.
Not all the way, thank you.
That guy.
All
right. Well, I feel like crap.
I don't feel great. I don't feel terrible,
I
though.
feel like I got out of that relatively unscathed.
You did. You definitely dodged more bullets than Sabrina.
Must be
and
nice.
I took some shots there, but
Wait till
I'll
I'm pregnant.
survive. Let's get into this because I wanted to ask everybody a big question here.
All right.
And I want to send this question over to the folks who are dispatchers who are chiming in on the show in particular, and those of you on chat. There's a lot of people who have started to complain about something. Now, this something has been going on for quite some time, but now people are really revved up about it because it's getting worse and worse. And they're saying that there are a lot of people who are abusing the policy that Southwest Airlines has. Now, I fly Southwest a lot, so I know they have this policy, so that's right. But you guys have flown other airlines recently. Maybe you know if
I'm a
other
Delta
airlines
girl.
do this. When Delta or whatever airline you're flying, didn't you fly that
American?
No, the one that was a really good deal to go to New York.
I flew Delta.
Oh, you
just
flew
now.
Delta? Okay. Does Delta do the thing where before they board everybody, even like A group or whatever, they tell people with like wheelchairs that they can go first and they load them up on the plane?
Sure.
Okay. Southwest does that. The first people who get to go on the plane are people who are in wheelchairs, and they roll them on in, and then from there they do like veterans and families and 5,000 different groups, and then finally they board everybody else. And people are saying that that is being abused. They said pre-boarding is a scam at Southwest Airlines, and they took a photograph of a line of people in wheelchairs. There was more than 20 people boarding the flight.
What? And it's not their wheelchairs. It's the ones that you can request,
You can
right?
get them at the airport, right? And you know they're not their wheelchairs. Why? They're like the most generic-looking wheelchair that you would ever see in your life.
Well, I do wonder, though, do they have to? Like, if you are wheelchair bound, you have to give the your wheelchair they use every day to put in storage. And then you have to have someone that pushes you. Like, you have to request assistance.
Well, they have to use the foldable ones, I believe, because when you go to get on the flight, they like fold them up and then they like
carry you.
Yeah, that'd be
They
hilarious.
have to carry. No, they really do.
Dude,
like,
I thought they rolled it in.
A paraplegic. No,
They pick them up.
It's either pick them up. There was one girl I saw on social media recently who was like, "May I try something else?" And she used a skateboard.
All right,
and made the process much faster because she just like put her body on the skateboard and then used her arms to get through the chairs.
Interesting.
But you can't put a wheelchair through that aisle.
So that's true because it seems too wide. So they literally pick. There's
There's
somebody
not
on
even a
staff?
special wheelchair to.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean,
Whose
correct me
job
if I'm
is it?
wrong.
Somebody's job is to
The
pick people up.
strongest man at the terminal?
See, we don't see this. And they took this photo. Here you can
Or
see
woman.
all the people lined up in wheelchairs. And he said in total there was more than 20 of them for this one flight
I mean,
alone.
that really is a lot.
And there's a bunch of them. And some of them are like sitting there playing with their iPads. They've got their legs crossed and folded. And I guarantee you, if you followed these people when they got off the plane, how many of them would just bounce right out of that wheelchair and start,
Actually, they don't even have to get a wheelchair to get off the plane. They're already on the plane.
Right, but if they're probably going to want to fake it all the way through.
They don't take. The wheelchairs don't take priority to get off the plane.
I just think if you fake getting on with a wheelchair, you're probably going to fake getting off with a wheelchair.
You're going to think you need to, but you don't really.
They probably wouldn't punish you, is what you're saying.
Now, are we for sure that these are all people that have requested wheelchairs? Because I've been to the airport where
there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah, the wheelchairs are there ready to go, and I go ahead and sit on them, and I do a wheelie for about 20 minutes until I'm called.
Yeah, this is not that. This is the people who are in line, ready to board first, and they are in the wheelchair pretending like they're disabled.
I forget which flight we were on, whether it was leaving to New York or returning home, but one of the flights, we had a wheelchair-bound person in the front row. So I don't know. I'm guessing they paid extra for first class just to make it easier. It didn't seem to be a person who was very responsive, but they were with a person like a wife or a caretaker or something. And she was being kind of a bitch.
Oh, really?
About she was helping the guy move this person from his seat on the airplane to a wheelchair, and she did the 1, 2, 3, and they kind of didn't get him all the way over.
Oh, no.
And she goes, "I said 1, 2, 3 so we can move him. I said 1, 2, 3 so we can move
You
together.
weren't
Look
there."
at all these people waiting." And I was just like, "Oh gosh."
Do you lift on one, or do you say one and then you lift?
You go 1, 2, 3, and on 3 you lift, right?
Okay.
I think because if you screw
Maybe
that
that
up,
was the
it's going to be
problem.
embarrassing. We work hard, Southwest says, to maintain the integrity of the boarding process while providing appropriate accommodations for all who fly. Since many disabilities aren't visible, we're unable to question the validity of pre-boarding requests. Everybody else is saying it's a scam. Do you think there are people out there en masse that are saying, "Oh yeah, I'm totally wheelchair bound. I need a wheelchair to get on this flight," just so they can board first? Is the question.
I mean, it's certainly possible.
This
I could
line,
see that happening.
This line makes it look like it. I want to see what everybody says on the dispatch side of things. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. we'll get into those when we come back, and we'll get into a whole lot more. Busy Friday. I got another story that is
All right.
too much grossness. So
Friday, baby.
We'll move that down. We'll move that down the show a little bit. Did I say it was Friday?
Yeah.
Just said it was Friday.
Let's make it Friday. Come on.
I'm in a Friday state of mind, but it's Wednesday. We got Fritz on the street.
I'm in a Friday.
Today. We got a Fritz on the street coming up in a little bit as well. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound. Before I-4, the center lane is blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. You can expect stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
If the weather calls for rain, then the rain calls for mosquitoes. Keep them away with STEM. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to repel mosquitoes safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Attention business owners. Was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours. So let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now. 800-375-1175. That's 800-375-1175. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-375-1175. 800-375-1175.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations. Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Shop Central Florida's largest selection of appliances like Bosch, LG, KitchenAid Cafe, Samsung Profile, and more during Southeast Steel's July 4th rebate days, where you can get exclusive rebates up to $600 only available at Southeast Steel, where you really do get the best deal.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Get 20% off your entire order every day when you spend $5 or more on the McDonald's app. App download required.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
This actually, I don't blame you. This is the worst kind of stolen valor, I think. Right? It's worse than pretending to be a veteran if you're pretending to be somebody in a damn wheelchair.
No, I think pretending to be a veteran's worse.
I don't think
How
so.
about a veteran in a wheelchair?
That if you're faking both of them, then you take the cake.
I'd definitely say pretending to be a veteran is worse.
All right, why? Oh, well, hold on. If you
so much.
Wait a second. Have you pretended to be in a wheelchair for benefits?
No.
First of all, you don't pretend to be in a wheelchair. It's
You
not like
need it.
make believe.
You know what I mean. Have you utilized the resources of a wheelchair whilst not needing them for medical reasons?
He needs to take a sip of his soda.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you have? What was that?
I've
for?
also used one for medical reasons, but I've definitely gotten benefits.
You
for...
pretended to be in a wheelchair, and you know what I mean when I say that. You pretended to be in a wheelchair for what benefit?
To get front row at a concert.
Oh my God, Christopher!
And you got front row at this concert. Who was it? Dave Matthews?
Jason Mraz.
Jason Mraz. You got front row, Jason Mraz. And did you ever like get excited about his song and accidentally stand up or anything?
No, I was actually quite comfortable. I was like,
Yeah.
this is great. Why do I need to stand up?
part of you
I'm
didn't
Yours
feel bad?
hadn't been released yet. It was still
Jesus, C-Lane, you could have gotten front row in that concert then without a wheelchair.
It was Universal Studios Mardi Gras. It was a big crowd for Jason Mraz.
You faked being in a wheelchair. Though.
However, it was very awkward for me when I was requesting "I'm Yours," like yelling at him to play it because it sounds like
I'm yours.
Most of the crowd doesn't know that's the name of a song. It's just me going, "I'm yours, Jason."
Could you imagine if Jason is like, you know what? I see a guy here. He's obviously disabled.
Yeah, this disabled man in the front row.
Huge fan, man. I don't know what happened to you, but this one's to you. Let's get you backstage.
Let's everybody say a big prayer for, what's your name? Chris? Okay, Chris right here, the disabled boy in the front row.
I'm also a veteran.
The guy's just trying to scam people to get a front row.
If he made
seat.
everybody pray for me, I'd like... just stand up.
Could you imagine?
Do you have to go away from the front row if they fix you like that, or get to stay up there? All right, that's one thing, and maybe that's not the greatest thing, but it's not as bad as the thing that's got everybody so fired up, which is people, particularly on Southwest, who are pretending to be in wheelchairs, or pretending to need wheelchairs, so that they can board before everybody else. And the person I saw took a photograph of this huge line of people. They said on that one flight, there were 20 people in wheelchairs. And the people that I'm seeing, none of them look like they actually need it. One woman has her foot rested up on like her bag, and people got their legs all twisted around and stuff.
I mean, it is worth saying, though, that when it comes to airport wheelchairs, it's not people that are on a daily basis, confined to a wheelchair.
That's what it should be for, though.
No, there's a lot of people that have a very hard time walking, especially in an airport.
But somebody who has a medical necessity, at least,
Right.
so it makes sense for them to be in the wheelchair
comparatively,
position.
you don't need your ostrich emotional support animal on the plane.
Right. Everybody's going to agree with that.
The last time that I rented a wheelchair for myself was when I had broken my foot. I broke my toe.
You actually needed some help.
I needed to stay off it per doctor's orders, and I didn't get any benefits from it. I already had good seats to the concert I was going to. I just needed to not attend a stadium-style concert. It was Garth Brooks, so that would have been a lot of walking, climbing stairs, not climbing stairs.
Sure, God.
And so that one, there was a reason. Now, had I not had the really good tickets, would I have been able to finagle? I don't know. We'll never know.
The problem is you can't really find out if somebody's lying or not. And then people are totally willing to do anything to get benefits like this. Like, oh, if I'm in a wheelchair, then I get to go first on the plane? All right, well, looks like I'm in a wheelchair. No worries about this. And they said, we're sorry for any disappointment, Southwest said to the person who was complaining about this. We work hard to maintain the integrity of the boarding process, but if disabilities aren't visible, we're unable to question the validity of pre-boarding requests. Somebody said, I sat next to a wheelchair pusher recently, asked her how many people do you think legitimately need a wheelchair? The answer was less than half. Most don't even pretend that they have a disability. They just want the perks. And somebody else said, yep, looks like the airport in Las Vegas. My husband always calls it the wheelchair parade because they all board first.
Hey,
and,
honey, look at the wheelchair parade.
And everybody's like, yep, I need a wheelchair too.
Just headed off to the wheelchair port.
My God.
Let's do our thing.
I think a lot of these people are lying, and there's a bunch of dispatches coming in about this too.
When it comes to Southwest, what's the seating like? You guys don't have seats, right? It's by zone or something?
It's like open seating, but it goes wheelchairs first.
Oh, I didn't even think of the fact that because it's open seating, you're not only getting on before everybody, but you're picking a seat before most of the people.
You go wherever you want on the plane.
There's an easy solution to this. Make a zone just for the wheelchair people.
Where do you put it, though?
All the way in the back.
Yeah, you have to do something like that so it made it not a benefit.
Then they're going to change their minds.
Yeah, it's too much of a benefit to be in a wheelchair for this particular situation. And they go from wheelchair people to, I think, military veterans, and then like families or pregnant mothers, and then, like they go
radio
on and
personalities.
On. Yeah, they line all these people up, and you go, "Hey, I was A1, and now I'm halfway through the plane. Is where my seat is. This is not fantastic." There's so many people who do this. Randall Tomez points out on YouTube another thing that people do where they'll pretend that they're handicapped. And this was sitting in the handicapped toilet stall at Home Depot the other day thinking, what if I'm in here doing my business and I see someone actually roll in with a wheelchair? I've done that before and had that happen to me before.
I never had it happen to me before, but I, as a bigger man, whether I'm on the high side of my weight or the low side, I'm still
You're very
pretty
tall.
large human, and so the wheelchair accessible bathroom, the toilet is usually taller than some of the ones, like especially at our old office. Man, I had to use, because if I use the regular people toilet, I'm sinking down. My knees are higher than my shoulders sometimes.
It feels like a little kid's toilet to you, I guess.
Yeah. Have you ever been in that toilet and then you have somebody and you could see right there at the bottom an actual wheelchair bound person?
Yeah, then you got to get out.
That never happened to me.
You got to get out
That
fast.
happened to me at old HQ one time.
Yep. And when that happens to you, you got to get out as fast as you possibly can, and then it's going to be awkward. One Delta Fox on Discord says, this has been happening a lot already. Very popular with Spirit and Frontier Airlines. They use the wheelchairs not only to pre-board, but it also gets them through security quicker because they use the wheelchair lane. And so there's benefits from the front to the back. Even though somebody's saying they have to deboard last, whatever, you still get more benefits than you do downsides. And that's why people are pretending to be in wheelchairs.
They don't have to deplane last. I had to wait for the person that I was talking about before, where the lady that was the handler was being kind of mean to people about it, or mean to the person that was supposed to be helping her.
That's probably by airline. It probably varies by airline. They might have different policies and stuff. All right, we'll go to you and your dispatches here in just a moment, but you can join us on the show with a dispatch. Don't worry about waiting on the phones or anything like that. Let's use technology, baby. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. People are making fun of C-Lane already about the Jason Mraz concert.
I mean, to see that fedora in full detail the way that you did. My God.
Right there, up close.
You know what the worst part is? We rented the wheelchair from Universal Studios, but because I was a current employee there, the rental was free.
Wow.
Jesus.
The depths
Wait,
you will
you're
go
an employee. So they, like, you run into coworkers and they're like, buddy, I saw you walking last shift.
I didn't run into any coworkers.
Let's go over to 2 tickets to Pound Town.
My God, C-Lane, I'm judging you less about the wheelchair than I am the fact that you used it at a Jason Mraz concert.
Poor Jason Mraz.
That's bad, bud.
A lot of people chiming in on this. Here's another one. Here's Yes, a Doctor Listens.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day.
You
Coming
too.
from New York, I fly up there a lot, and the people on Southwest, the employees, call that flight the miracle flight because everybody gets on wheelchairs, and when they get there, it's a miracle they can all walk.
Look at that. It's amazing that they don't have a way to prevent this, but I guess you can't. You just have to be willing to see if people will shame themselves, and they will. They don't care as long as they get a benefit. Here's Matty Ice.
Yeah, those people that use airline wheelchairs are disgusting. My wife's a quadriplegic.
Disgusting. Oh.
And every time we go, there's a line of people. We usually go in front of them because she actually needs help on the airplane. But the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Can you imagine your wife is a quadriplegic and then you go to get in the line of wheelchairs and you're 20 deep because there's a bunch of people who are phonies who are just sitting in there to take advantage.
Skip them.
You could
just skip them.
Yeah, I would every time. I think you did the right thing by just going to the front of the line. And what are those people going to say? I dare one of the fakers. I dare one of the fakers in the wheelchair to be like, hey, who do you think you are cutting line up there? That is not going to be a good look.
I would like to be a little bit removed from the situation, but with a good eye to be able to watch him, take his wife to the front of the line and see how many people in the line go, yikes.
They just kind of roll backwards a little bit.
I mean, without the quadriplegic, because I feel like that front row, for sure. First person.
Yeah, of course.
But everyone else, take it down to a race.
Now,
line them all
makes
up.
it there first.
Let's see, how long have you been in a wheelchair? Let's work those arms.
Let's see what else he said.
Was in Miami. The airline employee was pushing this girl in a wheelchair to get through security. And then when we're in security, she's running across the room in her high-heeled stilettos.
Oh, my God.
And the employee is pushing her luggage
Jesus.
in the wheelchair.
If I was him, I would have been so mad at that moment. That's frustrating.
Now, riddle me this. If you are wheelchair bound and you are can you travel with your own wheelchair?
I don't know,
because it's sounding like the airport is a magical place where they'll wheel you around as soon as you get there,
Yes.
and then you get on the plane. The plane flies you to another airport where they're ready to pick you up with one.
I think liability, for liability reasons, they have to have an airport employee push you around.
Because I have seen that. I've definitely seen that happen a lot.
What do you do with your own wheelchair? Are you
They put
checking
it in,
that?
yeah, you're checking it.
Let's throw it out to people. I know we've got some folks who are probably in wheelchairs and understand how this whole process works. So enlighten us. Send us a dispatch and tell us what that experience is like. And more importantly, how do you feel when you see the other people in line who you know are faking it in the wheelchair just to get on the plane earlier? That's what's really heating people up. Want to hear from you? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, we'll get to that. Plus, there is a very popular restaurant that has a whole bunch of drama surrounding it right now. What's happening? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes.
We might even give you credit.
Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading westbound at I-4. There's delays on I-4 heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. The right shoulder is blocked due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before I-4 exit 259. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Listen up, my friends. Chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So get that money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs, and do it with That Mortgage Guy Don. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don's going to review your quote today. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you. He has over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So it's very safe to say that people are happy with his work. He has your best interest in mind. He knows what he is doing. Now, That Mortgage Guy Don is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. And these are wholesale lenders that are competing for your business. If you want to see a difference, go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon.
You're just putting fra in front of produce.
As in fresh from Florida.
You don't need to make up words. Friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
GiveMeTheVin.com now has 40 offices around the U.S. 40. We did $2 billion in buys last year, $2 billion with a B, because we pay the most, we're easy to deal with, and we take care of you, the customer. That's why we have 4 stars, the highest rankings of any car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Fence Outlet customer Amy said,
"We had a fire on our property and needed to replace our fence quickly. We have grandchildren and pets, and we were concerned for their safety. A friend recommended Fence Outlet. We scheduled a free quote, and they had our privacy and safety restored quickly."
Visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations. Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassey's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassey's Meat Market, or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The 4th of July is an important holiday for all Americans. For some husbands, however, in troubled marriages, holidays are marked more by hardship than harmony. If you're such a guy and considering divorce, know all your options. We advise, we advocate, and when necessary, we litigate.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Dispatches from the News Junkie app in just a moment. I had the weirdest interaction yesterday when Courtney and I went for our daily walk to take Lady around, get her some exercise, get some exercise for myself too, for God's sake. Maybe a little bit of sun so I can not be the palest ghost on the planet. We were walking around the area where there's a park, and I see this guy, right? And I noticed this guy from a distance because he was staring right at Courtney and I, and he looked like he was in the middle of a crisis of some sort.
fun.
Like the eyeballs were like kind of wide open. Well, it looked like it could have been something like that. And he's sweating. He's cause so hot. He's sweating profusely, and he's looking strange. And he's walking toward us. And I'm thinking, I didn't say anything out loud to Courtney, but I'm like, oh, he's tractor beamed in. He's gonna say something to us. And right as we walk by, we were like maybe 40 yards away. He was coming towards us, but like one step at a time, very slowly, very freaky looking. And then by the time we got to him, he looks at me and he goes, "What do you know about birds?" And I said,
"Are you serious?"
"What?" And he said, "What do you know about birds?"
You know what's extremely telling is that if we had switched and it was him saying that to me,
crack your knuckles,
we would have had 20 minutes worth of a conversation.
Sit down,
How much time you got, buddy?
A lot.
We talking crows?
Huge fan.
What are we talking? What kind of bird here?
Any backyard bird, I can just name what they are by the sound. Thank you.
But he goes, "What do you know about birds?" And I go, "Oh, this crazy person. What am I going to do now?" And then it hits me all at once because I look over and there's two little tiny baby birds that fell out of the tree.
So you stepped on them.
And no, I didn't, thank God. But the guy was just being really sweet, and he saw that the little chicks had fallen out of the tree, and he said, "Do you know what you do?" And I said, "No, I'm not sure." And I know there's the myth about you shouldn't touch them because then the mother will kill them or whatever. But I felt a little bad because I just kind of kept walking. I was like, "Oh no, that's terrible," and just kind of kept walking.
Bye.
Because you've started this problem, sir. You have adopted the problem of the baby bird situation.
Been there, dude. I mean, it was just a couple months ago that I had my mailbox birds for 2 months. And it was kind of the most exciting yet terrifying time that I've had in a while.
That's what I should have told him.
Mailbox birds is a weird way to claim your class action.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to get it in money.
But there was a moment where I walked outside. I was on my way to go work a soccer game, and 2 of them had fallen out, not ready to fly. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I grabbed like junk mail and tried to put them back in. And then I was obsessed for the next couple days, making sure they were fine. And they all flew away, though.
They were like maybe an inch or 2 inches tall.
Yeah, they're dead.
And then I look up and I'm like, I can't climb the tree and put them back in the nest. I don't have any valuable resources to help you out with.
Can you imagine if Sean and his Converse and jeans, though, just like scales that oak.
Scale the tree with this tiny little fragile bird. And then you could see the mom up on the branch, like, making noises, whatever. Was that not a good bird noise?
I don't know what bird that was.
No,
that's typing.
That's not it.
Good for you. That's how you type.
Give me your bird sound, C-Lane. What? What was that?
You know what? Maybe we should stop with the bird. Okay, that's not a bird either.
Some kind of bird sound.
Not even
that.
close.
And the mother's looking down at the 2 birds that have fallen out of the nest, and I go, man, we got this right here and that right there, and I don't know how to put them together. I don't know how to make this happen.
Ready?
That's not you. I fell for it the first time.
How about this one?
No.
I like how you didn't even open your mouth in time.
I did open my mouth. Yes, I did.
It's hard to time it perfectly. Anyhow, so I didn't know what to do. I didn't eat them. What are you people talking about?
Didn't eat them.
On Discord, BDMS, Sean, did you eat them?
That's not even enough for a snack.
You know exactly what to do. What you should have told them is post it on Nextdoor.
Yeah.
And you'll have 20 people connecting you to somebody else.
Or I think there's some service that comes out and helps with that.
Years ago, when we were at HQ, there was a beautiful side of the building that was so perfectly cleaned all the time that birds were constantly running into it. And then I found like the baby bird that had ran into it and grabbed a box and then talked about it on the air, fortunately.
Yeah.
And someone came and picked it up and brought it to some sort of preserve, or at least he told me that and maybe just chucked it out the window on our floor.
Well, I would have chased that down and gone that far, but
no, you wouldn't.
What do you know about birds? It was the whisper guy's problem, and he was just a sweet guy. Like he cared about the actual animals. Not buying that. That's not you. We're gonna go to your dispatches in just a moment. There's problems at a very famous restaurant in L.A. It's a place called La Boheme.
Okay.
So you know it's fancy.
Isn't that Rod Stewart?
I don't know. They said the restaurant staff, though, is demanding immediate change amid rising crime in the West Hollywood area. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened nearby, including a bunch of robberies and things like that. A woman identified only as Natalie, who does La Boheme's events and marketing. Yeah, La Boheme will never find out who that is. So some woman named Natalie who does events and marketing at La Boheme and coordinating, says the restaurant cameras also capture people attempting to break into the restaurant, trespassing, and other unwanted intrusions. For instance, there's homeless people coming into the patio part of the restaurant, sleeping on the couches. I don't know if they have a weapon on them. I don't know their mental state. There's people doing crack in the back alley. It's really concerning. I just don't feel safe.
It's called the crack alley, by the way.
Restaurant staff says customers and employees fear for their safety and are afraid to come to work. And even the owners, the CEO of the place, all that stuff, they're going down to the local city council and saying, people are afraid to come to work. I need at least 2 of us to come open the restaurant because we never know what we're going to find. I feel like the city council says a lot and talks a lot and doesn't actually do anything. What you're seeing there is just policies that are failing in a city with major problems. And we've seen that in this city. You see it in most major cities when policies get out of whack with reality. When people have utopian ideas about like, well, let's just not prosecute this crime and that crime. And hey, let's just let the homeless stay on the streets. That's the more empathetic way to look at this. You end up with this. And that doesn't stop until some new people get elected or some people change their ideas and actually try to help things out. So the frustration is rising. Let's go over to Rican Mommy, who says happy birthday to her son.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Just wanted to wish my son a happy 14th birthday today.
Happy
Sabrina,
birthday.
we met you at Halloween Horror Nights last year. He's
Oh.
the kid that was super embarrassed and wanted nothing to do with us.
I do remember
Fritz
this.
on the street. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
She said, pick me for Fritz on the street. Rican Mommy is her name.
She
One
was
more.
awesome.
Here's some wheelchair answers from Hockey OSB.
Sean, answering your question about the wheelchair, since my wife uses one because of how she was born. In Vegas, to go back to my original dispatch, the people who were faking it complained because my wife was able to get ahead of them. And for bringing their own wheelchair, once you get into airport property, you use the wheelchair that you brought to go through security, to do everything like a normal person would. The only time they get out of their own wheelchair is to board the plane, either by sometimes you're able enough to get your wheelchair all the way up to the first row of seats, or you use the wheelchair that is built for use on the plane.
Oh, like a different specialized one.
Your wheelchairs, or my wife's wheelchair, she considers it her legs, and all her friends do the same thing. They just use their wheelchair up to the point they have to actually get on the plane.
All right, thank you. I can't believe people would fake that just to get on the plane.
Disgusting.
It's ridiculous. We wanna
Even
hear
for a
from you.
concert.
Send us a dispatch, even more disgusting, perhaps. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Stolen Valor's worse.
I agree with you that stolen valor in the wheelchair that you don't need is the worst of the worst.
You think that stolen valor is less of an offense standing up than sitting in a wheelchair where you don't need to?
No, I think stolen valor implying that you're pretending to be a member or former member of the military.
Right. Okay.
Bad. And also pretending that you're like a wounded vet that now needs a wheelchair and you don't need the wheelchair. The double whammy of those is the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
But you were close.
No.
But we're not talking about combining the two. We're saying
You're
one
saying
or the other.
just stolen valor is worse than pretending to be in a wheelchair?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, that.
Mostly because I've only done one of the two.
You're vested here.
All right. And quick question asking for a friend. Stolen valor, we can all agree that it's just when you're like in full your uniform, right?
Well, it's when,
There we go.
If you're pretending to be a member of the military, even if you're saying it, I think would be stolen valor.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
not
There's-
saying that person was saying it, but what if they're wearing like a piece of clothing that's not a uniform, but perhaps like, the standard issued sweatshirt that they give you?
No, I don't think that's stolen valor. Just like an army sweatshirt or something. No, I think it's
but that
fine.
only like goes to people that served in the.
No, if it said I was in the Marines,
They don't have that shirt
That
for
would
the
be
Marines.
My stolen valor shirt would be obvious. I would make it very clear.
You're kind of looking a little stolen valor right now with
What,
that
me?
brown. Yeah,
What's wrong with this?
it's military brown.
I got a bear on my shirt. Oh, my camouflage.
You're really
hat.
into the animal shirts lately.
My shoes are camouflage too. I'm halfway to stolen valor.
I thought you were
I'm
just
getting
barefoot.
there. No, that wasn't it.
Camouflage joke.
When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Oh, I can't wait to tell you as soon as my mouse starts working. On the next episode. In 2018, Roseanne Barr canceled for racist comments she made on social media. And in 2023, Roseanne Barr somehow out-Roseanne Barrs herself. 300 actors have signed a petition against SAG-AFTRA for their contract negotiations. Unrelated, 300 people now seeking employment at Johnny Rockets. Plus, Drake started from the bottom, and now he's here with a new book of poetry, Barely. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King with your forecast update for the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. Hot with increasing clouds. Temps near 95 at peak today with a feels like temp at 107. The heat will be on. Rain chances rising for the PM at 50%. A scattering of showers and storms. Storm chances fade with the evening. As sun goes down, rain chances drop to 20%. Lows down to 76. Hot highs on Thursday at 96. Rain chance 20%. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida. Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at FASWD.com.
Shop Central Florida's largest selection of appliances like Bosch, LG, KitchenAid Cafe, Samsung Profile, and more during Southeast Steel's July 4th rebate days. Exclusive rebates up to $600 and 0% financing available at Southeast Steel, where you get the best deal.
So there I was, deep in the heart of the jungle. You know, solving all the puzzles, doing my thing. Then I see it. The lost treasure of Simia. I grab it and hightail it out of there in my Nissan Rogue. Suddenly, arrows. Fire. Now, I know this may sound like an epic tale of adventure, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. The temple crumbles. Boom, crash, but I'm too fast with my trusty VC turbo engine.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select 2023 Nissan Rogue trims. Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N7523.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Pyrospot Fireworks is your local source for the best specials with Florida's largest selection of buy one, get two free fireworks. Let the experts at Pyrospot make you a backyard hero and help design your perfect show. Use their touchscreens and view video products before you buy. With convenient locations in Longwood and Eustis, firework demand is at an all-time high. So shop early for the best selection and opening week specials. Better fireworks, better prices, and a no-dud guarantee. Visit Pyrospot online for more information at iwantfireworks.com.
I'm back! And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home. You have heard of Fresh from Florida, right?
Fresh I have.
That's refreshing to hear.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
So we no longer have our blue check mark.
Actually, it was a white check mark surrounded by blue.
Don't be that guy.
Okay.
We're still at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Our friend Fritz joins us here. Fritz
Nice
on
guy.
the Street is coming up in a moment. And don't forget if you
Hell
miss...
of a write-up on those new albums.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that.
He's been getting it.
As we do Fritz on the Street here momentarily. But if you miss any of the show today, go to thenewsjunkie.com. Get all the links right there that you need. Get your account set up so you can join us. Would love for your voice to be part of the show. And you can do that at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Regular, degular, smuggler.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you,
Too many effects going on.
brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. There's a great angle of you, Fritz. Just bending over,
Yeah,
getting,
just showing his ass to the cameras in the
Plugging it
studio
in.
here.
and you could see his ass on the
Well.
Home Loans Radio Show.
Well,
if you want,
technically.
every weekend. He's sitting his butt right there in the studio, getting your questions answered live with That Mortgage Guy Don. So get the process started today by going to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 22 years ago, 2001. This guy right here. Eminem is right. And he was, just 22 years ago, sentenced to 1 year probation and community service on 2 gun-related charges. And in handing out her sentence, the judge told him, and I quote, "Now is the time for you to please stand up." Also, you're on probation and you have to do community service.
I see.
It sounds like the judge is a fan.
A little bit. I mean, I guess he could have gotten like serious jail time, so it worked out. Imagine if you're like sentenced to community service and you look, and next to you is Eminem.
Yeah.
Like, do you bond?
You try to, I
Do you
think.
talk? Man, I loved your album.
I would immediately dye my bright blonde hair black.
You go the other way?
Yeah.
You're not a fan of Eminem? What's going on, Fritz?
If I was Marshall Mathers, try to.
Yeah.
This is extremely embarrassing, but here we are. Not only has this man's mother commented on the recent headlines, but now Daddy is commenting as well.
I'm listening.
What's his name? E-L-O.
Elon Musk.
That's
He's a real-life superhero, conquering Mars.
kind of. Elon Musk's mother, Mama Musk, already made it clear she doesn't want her son fighting Mark Zuckerberg. And now father isn't thrilled with the idea either. He says, the thing is, if this crazy fight goes ahead, if Elon beats this guy, Elon will be called a bully, being so much heavier and taller. Basically said, my son's a big old boy.
So he said, my son's too big. If he kicks old Zuckerberg's ass,
Gonna
it's
be a bully.
not going to be a good thing for him.
It's one of the more exciting stories that I've heard this past week. Though.
Yeah, it looks like it's shaping up to happen.
I think the idea of it is fun, but it's going to be real cringe to watch.
Yes. That's why people are going to watch.
Yeah.
Daddy Musk also says that if Elon loses, the humiliation would be total. So would you rather win or lose?
Have any of
as Elon Musk?
Zuckerberg's parents chimed in, or just Elon's parents?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I guess.
But then again, he is an alien.
Yeah.
So it's a no-win situation for Elon. He has, I think Elon has got himself into a difficult situation as a result of high school behavior. They both have.
Yeah, they do engage in that. More so
Thanks,
Elon
Dad.
than the other way around. But I did see Elon Musk posting himself like doing an arm bar on some guys.
Okay.
He
Oh
was
my
practicing getting ready for this fight. It's really going to happen.
How about go and work on your businesses?
No.
And make things better.
They're already billionaires.
No.
The writer's strike continues. I believe we're on week 10.
Yeah, it's going for a ways now.
And it now has actors involved. They are threatening to stop working altogether. What are we supposed to do?
Oh, this
Watch
could be
reality
bad.
television.
Yeah, this could lead to a huge wave of reality television if both of these strikes are going on, the writers and the actors, or if the writer's strike ends and then the actor strike just starts, you still aren't going anywhere.
I mean, wait, how many actors are working right now during the writer's strike? They shut everything down. Everything is shut.
Unless they already had stuff totally written and everything was in hand.
I think a lot of times there's like rewrites and stuff. Or remember, what was it, the Bond film or something they were saying where
Daniel Craig.
They tried to get Daniel Craig to write the ending, and he was like, "This is terrible."
And then they halted production for a little bit because it was so bad. Now,
Yeah.
I will say, who is still working at this point, more than 300 members of SAG-AFTRA have signed the letter saying they're prepared to strike if a deal isn't made by Friday.
Damn.
We've heard that phrase. They include, and this is some bigwigs, Meryl Streep.
I've heard of her.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yep.
Ben Stiller.
Uh-huh.
Rami Malek.
Yep.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
Amy Schumer. Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, those are big names.
And then I'm going to read the rest of them if we don't mind. Number 10.
Let's start at the top.
Letter says, we hope you've heard this message from us. This is an unprecedented inflection point in our industry, and what might be considered a good deal in any other years is simply not enough. We feel our wages, our craft, our free... Okay, I'm sorry. Our wages, they get paid tens of millions of dollars.
Those actors are impoverished, Sabrina. They are barely holding on.
I apologize. Our creative freedom and the power of our union have all been undermined in the last decade. We need to reverse those trajectories.
You know, what you just pointed out is a problem. It is a problem because if you have all the big name celebrities, your Jennifer Lawrence's, Meryl Streep's, if they're the face and the big names behind this strike, then it makes it look like they're saying, we're not getting enough money out of this, we want more, and people are going to go, those people are all rich. Whereas if you just had like regular actors, struggling actors, people who are like not really wealthy and haven't made a bunch of money yet.
Tommy Wiseau's.
Yeah, the people who don't have as much.
No, there's a
but
lot
we don't
of
know them.
SAG after people that are listening to the show right now.
But we don't know who those people are, so they put the celebrity names out.
Which I appreciate. So maybe Meryl Streep, Jennifer Lawrence, Ben Stiller, they're speaking for the little man out there. So I do appreciate that. We'll see.
That's how they say it.
See where it goes. But speaking of reality television, I started that Stars on Mars one on Fox.
Yeah, that's the one where they all pretend to be on Mars.
With William Shatner?
William Shatner is the host, but then it also has our favorite football player that I'm now blanking
Brett
on
Favre?
his name. No,
Aaron.
I'm sorry.
Rodgers.
Nope, no, that's not it.
Dan Marino.
It's the guy who was very funny, Marshawn
Lynch,
and also Ariel Winter
from Modern Family.
Lance Armstrong, who Ariel thought was
the guy who went to the moon.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a treat. I think there's like 5 episodes now. And someone who maybe will have to fill in for all of the SAG-AFTRA celebrities is this gal who is back in the headlines, baby.
That's what my tweet was about.
Roseanne.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Bitch was white.
It's a good metal song.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Thank you so much to the person who made that. Now, Roseanne, she's at it again. She was on Theo Vaughn's podcast recently, this past weekend. And, I don't even want to tease it for you. I'm just going to let her say it herself.
And that is the truth. And nobody died in the Holocaust either. That's the truth.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
It should happen. 6 million Jews should die right now because they cause all the problems in the world, but it never happened. But it never happened.
Yeah.
Mandated.
Well, you're part Jewish, right?
Theo Vaughn's just like, am I going to make a joke or I'm just going to call her out right now?
I did see this out there, and she was being sarcastic. That's an odd thing to be sarcastic about, but she was being sarcastic.
Not funny.
at the moment. She was talking about things that you can't say in like videos, like YouTube video or whatever that they would block, I guess. I didn't hear the whole interview, but I guess she was being sarcastic, and it's kind of taken out of context, but she's little off the rockers and
Yeah.
was smoking during the whole podcast, which I thought was interesting.
She loves to
just
smoke.
Cigarettes or weed?
just smoking cigarettes the whole time.
It does continue though.
I'm all Jewish.
You're all Jewish.
100%.
And a lot of Hollywood is Jewish. Yeah, it's like a lot of Hollywood is a Jewish business. Really, well, they started Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. But so was it weird
Just
that,
like rap. Black people started rap.
Yeah.
So I went go over there and try to get in rap and go, all these black people, go on Saturday Night Live like Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying a lot of black people are in control of rap.
Right.
Hello. Well, you went there.
Hello. So both
Who
her
owns the
son
record companies?
and Theo himself come forward to defend her, saying she was being sarcastic. I'm surprised they didn't say that she was on Ambien this time around.
She might have been.
But I guess there was
Wait, who
context
owns the
to it.
record company?
Jewish people.
Oh,
a lot of Jewish people.
I was
own the
going to say, I
record
was
company.
like, is there a third?
The comparison doesn't quite add up.
Is there a third group of people we should be calling out right now?
No, nobody needs to be called out, but it just doesn't work.
Unless you're Roseanne.
She did think and stands by her belief that the election was stolen in 2020. So
okay,
and she's batting 1,000, isn't she?
You have it. This gal right here, I do not think you will know her because I certainly do not.
I want to nail this.
It rhymes with Felony Fartinas.
Melanie Martinez.
That is correct, Sean.
Nailed it. Wow.
Points for you.
Never heard this before.
Neither have I, but she is making headlines now. She's currently in the midst of her Portals tour, and some of her fans were really excited. They purchased a $400 VIP package.
Jeez, that's pricey.
For a meet and greet with Miss Melanie Martinez. I keep saying Felony Fartinas in my head now. Only to receive an AI-generated hologram of her.
God.
For $400. Does anyone else think a VIP AI meet and greet with Melanie is kind of stupid? I mean, the VIP tickets were $400, and you didn't even really get anything. I still have Melanie and everything.
Did it indicate on like Ticketmaster or wherever they bought these tickets that this would be AI, or were they sold a bill of goods? Because this could be, lawsuit ready.
I will read it verbatim. According to Ticketmaster, the Portals VIP experience includes a ticket to the show, access to the interactive Portals photo experience, an autographed poster, an exclusive merchandise package, and a digital collectible, a VIP laminate, as well as an early entry to the venue and access to merchandise. So it seems like it just did a dance.
It said virtual.
But they said meet and greet, though, for the title of the VIP package.
By the way, if something says virtual meet and greet, I'm thinking that that's like a Zoom thing. I'm still not thinking AI.
Like you could at least talk to the
person.
person.
I would think that the human being would be there. But
Yeah,
AI
for
is
$400.
that's lame.
But one person, at least one fan, says, I thought it was cute. So there you have it.
All right,
Stop
got one of them.
Stop all the hating.
I want to have a meet and greet, but spell it MEAT, so that like you
have a burger
You
together?
can say hi to us, but we're having burgers.
Like a slider.
That would be good. I think that would work.
This is not going to work for me, but he's venturing into the poetry world. Drake is right. About to go with my rhymes with rake, but there you have it.
He's a poet now?
Yeah, he's got a new book of poetry, and it's not really a book at all. Well, you could physically, like if you held it up in your hands, it looks like a book. But it's called Titles Ruin Everything, A Stream of Consciousness by Kenza Samir and Aubrey Graham. Aubrey Graham being Drake.
I knew it was going to be just unedited, no punctuation, no capitalization.
People still
You know what?
An
I would-
unedited stream of consciousness thing.
I would take that over what it actually is. It is constructed with just a single sentence on each page. DJ Khaled got a hold of one of the copies, an advanced copy. I'm going to read some of the quotes for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Life isn't fair.
That's it. That's
on
what-
one
what-
page.
that's the whole page?
On one page. But karma helps. Now you turn the page. Some days I got it all figured out. Turn the page. But most days I never learned.
This is ripping people off.
Yeah.
That's taking advantage of your fan base.
Also, if we find out that he has a ghostwriter on this, it's time to burn down Drake.
And just one more for you because I don't want to spoil the whole book that you guys are going to purchase. First page. Something other than me. Turn the page.
Mm-hmm.
Has got to give.
It's like he couldn't even. It could have been less lazy if he just put all that on one page.
And also worth mentioning, some of the pages are blank, completely blank.
Of course they are, because they couldn't fill them all up.
Yeah.
So grab yours today, and
That's
it's
his form of a
available
comma.
for pre-order. And there you have it on the boob tube. No need to read. We can watch the series premiere of Hijack on Apple TV. 7-part
I want to
thriller.
watch that. That looks good.
Idris Elba. Apple TV is doing a lot of thrillers.
They are. They're on fire right now.
The Family Stallone on Paramount Plus, the complete opposite. Grownish, 6th-season premiere on Freeform. Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. And Anthem on Hulu, a movie where a music producer and a composer travel the country to create a new sound based on their national anthem. So there's that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, maybe. Follow your dreams and my own Instagram.
They
Sabrina
need those writers
Ambra.
back. They really need those writers back.
Bring them back.
Bring them back.
Bring them back. And say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Oh, and vote for me on Orlando Weekly.
See you later to our friends in Dallas on 97.1 The Freak. We love you. We appreciate you. If you want to catch the rest of the show, the podcast is up at thenewsjunkie.com.
Yeah, you can hear more Freakin' Fritz.
When we come back, more Freakin' Fritz with Fritz on the street, the greatest game in all of radio. Who will we all represent? Somebody getting that Fritz magnet. These ones are very rare. And if you want to get your hands on one, you got to get us to represent you in the game. We win, you win the magnet for Game of Magnets. Let's see if you can get our attention now. Chat anywhere you want, email, Instagram, whatever you got to do it. We'll pick our players when we return. Fritz on the Street coming up next on the News Junkie.
Tacos for Talkbacks is back, and we're giving away Tijuana Flats cash this Friday. Get the details at realradio.fm/taco.
Watch out for heavy delays on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking the left lane on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at Old US 441. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading westbound at I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Michael Collier, who is a comedian, actor, author, motivational speaker, talk show host, barbecueologist, and a man of God on June 30th through July 2nd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail service, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs.
Participating U.S. locations. Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Howdy, partner. Do you or someone you know have what it takes to be the next Miss River Ranch? I'm Jackie Siegel, and I'll be hosting Monsters in the Morning at the Westgate River Ranch Saloon Friday, July 7th at 8:30 p.m. to crown the next Miss River Ranch. For more information, follow me at therealqueenofversailles.com, Instagram, and Facebook. Again, therealqueenofversailles.com, Instagram, or Facebook. We'll see you there.
It's Jeep 4x4 season. Now well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on select 2023 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 models in dealer stock for $409 a month for 39 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. On tag 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo models invoiced prior to 5/4/23 while dealer stock lasts. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease or Chrysler Capital. Currently must end by 7/1/24. Extra charge for miles up to 32,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7/5. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hard Rock Live presents Classic Albums Live. The Who, Who's Next, Saturday, July 1st. Classically trained musicians performing the iconic album and The Who's greatest hits, note for note, cut for cut. Get tickets and info at hardrockliveorlando.com or call 407-351-LIVE.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From co-pays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Florida residents rock it into summer. Now through August 31st, get 2 days for the price of one at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Here you'll stand face to face with real spacecraft that have flown in space, and you can meet an astronaut, see a launch, or even journey to distant worlds at Spaceport KSC. There's a whole universe to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Get tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com. That's KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to FenceOutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law. That's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Street in just a moment. The greatest game in all of radio. And if you don't know how this works, here's how it goes. In Fritz on the Street, we all pick one of you. I pick somebody, Sabrina picks somebody, C-Lane picks somebody. If we win Fritz on the Street, you win, and you get the Designed by Fritz magnet. This is the only way to get this
Mine
magnet.
was stolen already.
It was?
Yep,
well,
right off the car.
Mine was too.
There's 2 out in the wild, apparently, and then there's these ones that you could get from being in Fritz on the Street, or just if you're a very special person and you got some access, you can get them that way too. So here's how this is going to go down. I will be representing AJ Soup from Discord. She is the one who was so nice and sent us those gift bags the other day. So I'll be representing AJ Soup. Who are you representing, Sabrina?
I'm going to represent Rican Mommy.
All right,
who I
Rican
met
Mommy?
at Halloween Horror Nights.
And she's the one who sent in the dispatch earlier.
Yeah.
And C-Lane, what about you?
I'm representing Candace on Facebook.
All right, Candace over on Facebook. And it's about that time, friends. But we have to ask the biggest question of all. Fritz, are you ready to do this thing?
Yes.
All right, let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Celine.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey, Fritzy.
Hello. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. That number, 866-CALL-MO. Let's look at the scoreboard for Fritz on the Street. In first
Do we
place.
have to?
We have to. Yeah,
It's a
contractually.
requirement.
In first place with 223 points, Christopher Lane.
All right.
In second place with 190 points, Sean Wasson.
Yikes.
And in third place with 188 points, Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
So that's 223, 190, 188.
The comeback
We were
begins
so
today.
far
No,
away
the
from
comeback begins today. We got to pick up the ashes here and bring our way to first place.
Pick up the ashes. That's
Yeah.
what they all say.
Everybody says it.
Pick 'em up.
People everywhere.
Add some
saying,
water
pick
and
up
make
them
a new
ashes.
thing out of
Ash
it.
picker.
We have 8 questions, 4 current event, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for an opportunity to get that bonus point.
Pre-chime.
Pre-chime.
Where did you ask these questions?
Thank you for
Fritzy?
asking. I went to Cavo's Bar and Kitchen last night for
Fun.
Fritz's Fun House, the trivia night that's nominated for Best Trivia Night in the Orlando Weekly Best of. If
Yeah,
anyone wants to
vote
vote
it.
for me.
As it should be.
I think we got 11 participants.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a nice packed little place. So if you
That's
think
what
you
they
know,
call my hoo-ha.
packed
Oh,
little
yeah,
place.
yay! Delete that. Delete that.
A nice
Something's
packed
wrong
little
with
place.
me.
Oh.
Something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Do I get points for that?
Nope.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll give you a point.
All right.
Wait, no, wait.
No, I'm not going to give you a point. We have
Sean starts talking about his hoo-ha.
My hoo-ha.
So if you think you know, chime in for that bonus point, and away we go. Question number 1 starts like this: over the weekend, the Wagner Group staged.
Sean.
Damn it.
Russia.
Russia is correct. Over the
Okay.
weekend, the Wagner Group staged a short-lived mutiny with which country? Russia is correct. Sean, that's where you're from, I think, right? You're
No, I'm
from
not
Russia?
from Russia, no.
No, he's from the Wagner Group.
It's not true. I'm not from either one of those
Vested.
things.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Russia?
I think 6 said Russia.
6.
5 for me.
5 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question number 1, with answers of 4, 5, and 6. Let's see if they know their mutiny. Over the weekend, the Wagner
it.
Group staged a short-lived mutiny with which country?
Russia.
Russia.
Russia, huh?
Russia.
Russia.
Russia. Russia? No, I don't know.
That'd be 7. So, Sean, with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
I'll take it.
We move on to question number 2, talking music and composing. Who composed the music for the Star Wars film? Sabrina.
Oh my God. One of my favorite composers of all time. I am saying the wrong name over and over and over again. John Williams.
Yes,
Randolph.
that is correct.
For real?
Yeah, for real. that is awesome. Nicely said.
Technically, I don't think Sabrina said the answer there. I think some other person came into her body and
Yeah,
took over.
that was weird.
It was just like the words came out.
That was my
John Williams.
John Williams is correct.
My little pack hoo-ha.
They came out one by one. John Williams.
And then she looked up, she went,
what just
Came
happened?
back to myself.
Sabrina,
All right.
out of 8 answers, how many do you think said John Williams?
I will go with 7.
7.
6.
6 for C-Lane.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 2, with answers of 5, 6, and 7. Who composed the music for the Star Wars
Not
films?
great.
Williams. John Williams.
John Williams.
John Williams. Lucas, I was gonna say. Okay, I don't know that one.
George Luke.
Tim Burton.
That one is also Kesha.
I don't know.
That would be 3. So no points awarded.
Come on, y'all. This a drunk group.
Yeah, it was pretty
I know
toasty.
Pretty
there's
buzzed.
another Kesha potentially related answer in there. Put that together and see what I could do with that.
Should have kept that to yourself.
Yeah. I thought
Do you know how to play this game?
Damn it, man.
All of the points
Sounds like C-Lane
together.
is carrying this team.
We're doing really well, everybody.
Question number 3, who will be replacing Pat Sajak?
Sean. Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest is correct. Who will be replacing Pat Sajak at the end of this season on Wheel of Fortune? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Seacrest?
6 again.
6. Well, you said 5 last time.
No, for the first one. I said
Okay.
6.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
I will go with 5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question number 3, with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding,
Finally.
ding, ding.
The elusive ding. Who will be replacing Pat Sajak at the end of this season on Wheel of Fortune?
Oh, Ryan Seacrest.
Our co-worker, Ryan Seacrest.
It's not Mario Lopez. I don't know who it is.
The girl from Big Bang Theory. I forget her name.
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Kesha.
Ryan Seacrest. Yes!
There's our
There's your
Kesha.
Kesha. That's 5. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points, and Sean, with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point. Next question is question number 4. That's halfway on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I'll tell you who so far is leading on the day. Question 4 goes a little something like this. In which sport would you use a shuttlecock? Sean?
Badminton.
Badminton is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said badminton?
7.
7.
5.
5 for Celine.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's getting 2 points. In which sport would you use a shuttlecock?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Is badminton.
Lacrosse.
Badminton.
Badminton. Shuffleboard?
Badminton.
That would be 6. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one.
John Williams.
And Sean and Celine with their guesses of 5 and 7, each picking up 1 point. That means after 4, in first place with 6 points. Let me just do a quick tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. In first place with 6 points, that's Sean / AJ Soup.
All right.
Is that AJ Soup?
Yep, AJ Soup.
If it
Like
was
a
AJ
chowder.
Sue, I would be.
AJ Soup made that for us right there on the shelf in the studio, Fritz. It says 10 years of the News Junkie. It's
Hell,
got all the
120
dates,
months.
That's awesome.
the hours.
I can't read anything else.
Super, super cool. So that's 6th place, 6
doesn't
points
care.
in first place, Sean Lawson / AJ Soup. In second place with 5 points, Sabrina Ambra / Reek and Mommy.
Yeah.
And in third place with 1 point, Christopher Lane / Candace.
Here
Third
comes the
place,
comeback.
buddy. I told you the comeback is on.
Okay.
No, here comes my comeback.
Oh, damn. I don't like that one.
You just said the comeback is on. It's fine.
No comeback.
We have 4 questions remaining. Question 5. Recently, the CDC advised a health alert regarding
Sabrina.
which? Sabrina?
Mosquitoes.
That is incorrect.
Damn
Sean.
it.
Sean.
Malaria.
Malaria is correct.
It was in the mosquitoes.
Doesn't count.
Full question. Recently, the CDC advised a health alert regarding which mosquito-transmitted disease in the southern United States.
Damn it, dude.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said malaria?
6 again.
6.
7 again.
7 for Celine.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 4, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their skeeters.
Come on, Ford.
Recently, the CDC advised a health alert regarding which mosquito-transmitted disease in the southern United States.
Malaria?
Zika. It's not it. I know, it's not it.
Oh my gosh, malaria?
Malaria.
Malaria?
No idea.
Malaria.
Malaria?
Damn it.
That's 6. So Sean's picking up a 3-pointer. C-Lane with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point.
Hey, now doubled my points.
We move on to question 6, 3 remaining. Which actress has had roles in Dune, The Greatest Showman, and Euphoria? C-Lane.
Sabrina. Sabrina.
Sydney Sweeney?
That is incorrect.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Zendaya.
Zendaya is correct.
Finally.
Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Zendaya?
Ooh.
Very talented actress.
Very. 5.
She's all right.
5.
Okay.
4.
4 for
Hot
C-Lane.
take wasn't.
It's not a hot take. 3.
3 for Sean. Question 6 with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
I've never even seen Euphoria, so I have no idea.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who's getting it? Which actress has had roles in Dune, The Greatest Showman, and Euphoria?
Zendaya. I don't know that either.
I have no idea.
Zendaya?
I don't know. Someone a 19-year-old's going to know.
Zendaya.
3.
Zendaya.
Don't know that one.
Come on.
That's 4. That means C-Lane's picking up 2 points, and Sean and Sabrina with a guess of 3 and 5, picking up 1 point each. We move on to question number 7. On Wednesday, an explosion
Sabrina.
at... Sabrina?
Why? Sabrina's here wanting to hear the rest of the question.
You got
I thought you said
nothing.
implosion.
You got nothing to work
I got
with here.
absolutely nothing to
On
work with.
Wednesday, an explosion.
This last Wednesday. I was still in Bonnaroo, like my mind at least. But of all the explosions that could happen on a Wednesday, I assume it would happen somewhere in the U.S., and that would be Iowa.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
All right. Fritz, some more questions,
Yep.
please.
Okay, relax.
On Wednesday, an explosion at a restaurant killed over 25 people in which Asian country?
Oh, go ahead, Hotshots.
Sean.
What is it?
Sean?
Zendaya.
South Korea.
That is incorrect.
Sea-Lane.
Sea-Lane?
Japan.
Japan is incorrect.
Oh,
That would be,
God, the way he said that.
that would be China.
Oh, damn it.
I only found out about that from the Wikipedia main page. I'm like, I didn't hear about that.
I didn't know anything about it.
Sabrina, you got question 6 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 people, how many do you think said China?
2.
2.
3.
3 for Sea-Lane.
1.
And 1 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows.
Just one.
On Wednesday, an explosion at a restaurant killed over 25 people in which Asian country?
China?
China.
Oh, Taiwan. India?
Malaysia?
Don't do
Was it
it.
Bangladesh?
Japan. Vietnam.
That would be 2.
Take it. I'll take it.
Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one. Sea-Lane and Sean with a guess of 3 and 1, each picking up 1 point. We move on now to question 8, but before we do, let's look at the leaderboard in first place, and it's a close one with 11 points. Sean Watson / AJ Soup, and second place with 9 points. Sabrina Ambra / Rican Mommy, and in third place with 5 points.
Sorry,
Sea-Lane
Candace.
Sea-Lane / Candace.
We can't beat him.
So let's see, 11
So join
and
them.
9.
Help me with this next one.
No,
Point
no
difference.
teaming up.
Question 8. It's about a capital. Addis Ababa is the capital of which country?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
One of my favorite capitals. Addis Ababa is over in the beautiful place of Bangladesh.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Sean.
Sean?
Addis Ababa.
from Aladdin. Prince Ali, Abadaba.
Myanmar.
That is incorrect.
Addis Ababa.
All right. We're doing it.
It's fun to say.
Not sounding any more normal.
Arabia.
That would be Ethiopia.
Just Arabia? Not even Saudi Arabia?
That would be
I
Ethiopia.
was trying to have an all-encompassing Arabia.
The Arabian region, as it were.
Sabrina, you got question 6 right, so we will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Ethiopia?
4.
4.
0.
0 for Sea-Lane.
1.
And 1 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 0, 1, and 4. Addis Ababa is the capital of which country?
2.
Saudi Arabia.
Ababu?
At least I don't know that one.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you tickling that
Brunei?
person?
Ethiopia.
Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
That's 2. So Sean with a guess of 1, picking up 1 point. And that means we end with, in 12 points, first place, Sean Wasson / AJ Soup.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Email
second,
me, AJ Soup, by the way. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
in second place with 9 points, Sabrina Ambra / Rican Mommy. And in third
Rican
place...
Mommy, email me, okay? I just have to say sorry to you.
Second place trophy.
And in third place with 5 points, Christopher Lane / Candace. So the new leaderboard. And still leading in first place with 228 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 202 points, Sean Wasson. And in third place with 197
Oh my
points,
God, I didn't
Sabrina
even make
Ambra.
the 200s.
And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thanks, Fritzy.
Oh, man. Always a good time with Fritz on the Street. If you
I'm
want to
starting
follow
to have
Fritz,
a bad time.
all you have to do is go to no_regrets_coyote on Instagram. You can see everything he's up to, including his new album. I saw the old big write-up in the local
Orlando
magazine.
Weekly.
It was awesome.
Very, very cool. Did you link that anywhere? Is that up on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my Facebook page. When they...
I just shared it as
Yeah,
well.
I can share it to Instagram.
Well,
I
make
haven't
sure
done
you
it yet.
look at that and check that out so you can learn more about all the creative stuff that Fritz is up to and take part in a live Fritz on the Street just by paying attention to when Fritz's Funhouse Trivia is going on. All of that at no_regrets_coyote on Instagram. Fritz, you going to hang out with us?
Hell yeah.
Nice. All right, we got a lot more to get to on a busy Wednesday. When we come back, it's time to get gross again. All right? I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know, this is one of those things.
I think you enjoy it. It's like,
I know
kinky.
this. I know this is going to happen. One time we did a story on the show about toilets and how when you flush the toilet, these toilet like plumes or flumes or whatever.
Changed my life. It was a
Rocket
today I
up in the
learned.
air.
I'll never forget.
That's what it was. It was a today I learned. And then after that, it's like it rocks your world enough so you change your habits a little bit.
I feel if there's any sort of lid on a toilet, I'm putting it down, and anyone who doesn't do it, I shame them.
This is going to do the same thing to you, I believe.
I'm not ready.
Maybe even worse. We'll see. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. They'll pretend to be your friend. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at Old US 441. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading westbound at I-4. You can expect delays on I-4 heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and Sand Lake Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back. And look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Get your tickets now
At AXS.com.
for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Coming back to Las Vegas.
2 nights.
September 22nd and 23rd.
1 stage.
At T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live. Only on Hulu.
This is the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Buy your tickets for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival now.
Before they sell out.
At AXS.com.
That's AXS.com.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Shop Central Florida's largest selection of appliances like Bosch, LG, KitchenAid Cafe, Samsung Profile, and more during Southeast Steel's July 4th rebate days. Save now and pay later. Southeast Steel has 0% financing available, so head into Southeast Steel, where you really do get the best deal.
Planning a DIY fence project, but you're not sure where to start? Consider Fence in a Box from Fence Outlet. They offer fixed prices that include all materials to complete a fence for an average 120-foot backyard. PVC, aluminum, wood. Learn more at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252.
So there I was, deep in the heart of the jungle. You know, solving all the puzzles, doing my thing. Then I see it. The lost treasure of Simia. I grabbed it and hightailed it out of there in my Nissan Rogue. Suddenly, arrows. Fire. Now, I know this may sound like an epic tale of adventure, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. The temple crumbles, boom, crash, but I'm too fast with my trusty VC turbo engine.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select 2023 Nissan Rogue trims. Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N7523.
The Home Depot and Behr have what you need when you need it, delivered straight to your job site and at an everyday low price. We're now delivering top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers directly to you same day or next day. Plus, pros earn discounts with Pro Extra Paint rewards. Contact a Behr Pro Paint specialist to schedule your paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limitations may apply. Not available in all markets. See store for details.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack.
You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs is stacked high with honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow-smoked beef brisket. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Smokin' Triple Stack Sub. Get it for a limited time, only at Firehouse Subs. Participating U.S. locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers together will donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation for the purchase of life-saving equipment with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout. Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Welcome to The Good Stuff. I'm Jacob Schick, a third-generation combat Marine.
And I'm his co-host and wife, Ashley Schick. We believe everyone has a story to tell, not only about the peaks, but the valleys they've been through to get them to where they are today. We're joined by some amazing guests who share the lessons they've learned that shaped who they are and what they're doing to pay it forward and give back.
Listen to The Good Stuff on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
thenewsjunkie.com. And Gloria emails, subject line wheelchair, and she's talking about the scandal that we were talking about earlier, where a bunch of people, on one flight in particular, there was 20-something people who were in a wheelchair, most of them probably faking it, to get on the plane earlier and get other benefits on a Southwest Airlines flight. And people did not like that. Most specifically, people who actually are disabled don't seem to like that.
Which makes plenty of sense.
Yes, it does. And the email from Gloria says, I'm one of those people that use a wheelchair in the airport. To look at me, you see nothing wrong. I had complete spinal reconstruction 12 years ago, and they caused nerve damage. I can walk, but only small distances. After about 50 feet, I'm in so much pain I can't stand it. Sometimes I feel that I need to explain this to people because of the looks I get. I do believe there are a bunch of idiots that take advantage of this, but every time I see someone that looks like there's nothing wrong with them, I step back because I don't know their story. All it boils down to is one bad apple. Love the show. Keep up the great job, Gloria. And in your case, Gloria, everybody would agree, I think everybody would agree, that it's fine for you to be in the wheelchair. This is what it's intended for. And I take your point where you say some of these people, you might look at them and go, they don't seem to need the wheelchair. Some of them were like lounging, you know, it just looked real obvious that they were trying to take advantage of the situation. Okay, we have basically a segment here that will probably never be done again, but it's time for it anyhow.
Let's do it.
It's time for
Wait.
this. Well, you don't even.
What kind of vibe is it? Yeah, I
Well,
have so many different beds.
Let's see what you got. Let's see how fast you are over there. You ready?
No, I'm not. I'm scared.
It's time for This Week in Science.
I feel like we
Nice.
That'll do. Yeah. Sexy science.
baby.
The sexiest science you could get.
Get your science on.
And we were talking about how one time on the show.
Why are you looking at me?
I know, because I feel like.
Making you uncomfortable, Fritz?
Well, everyone was beelined into their laptop, so I know that got weird.
Well, there's a story we did on the show that was a Today I Learned, and it affected most of our lives forever. I don't know. Nothing seemed to affect C-Lane, but certainly Sabrina and I. Because we had this story about when you flush the toilet, there's a thing called like a toilet plume or a toilet flume. I forgot which
plume,
one.
I
It's like a
believe.
fecal plume.
And it shoots up out of the toilet.
Correct.
And it rockets into the sky.
Nightmarish.
All this fecal matter. It's disgusting.
Hence the reason for a toilet lid.
Yeah. And
Furthermore, nightmarish is automatic toilets in the women's restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
does
you-
it automatically and you
Well,
just
unless-
take it by surprise?
I guess this sensor assumes that you're going to sit your bare ass onto this public toilet.
Oh, no.
And then you hover, but if you don't hover in the right range, then it's going to flush while you're still hovering.
And you don't want a plume right like that.
It's a plume right to the lady.
That's bad.
area.
That's bad stuff.
It's never happened to me. Totally cool.
All right, question that I have for all of you. We all have this thing. There's no way you don't. But your pillowcase that is in your house, when's the last time you washed your pillowcase?
Every
Once
2
a month?
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2
ago.
weeks? Every 2 weeks? And
What
once a
about
month?
you nasty?
I don't do it.
Okay, wow.
Courtney does it, so it's frequently. I think
Were you
she
about
does
to
it.
say Sabrina
I
does
almost did. She does not do that.
I've done his laundry one time, but I didn't want to.
No, Courtney does that. I think she does it like multiple times a week, but
multiple times a week.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know what's going on when we're doing the show. Half the time I'm completely in the dark over here. But this is gross. All right. It says.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right, those of you watching on the stream, he turned out the lights.
It says not washing.
People watching on the stream saw it.
You know what I meant.
It says not washing your pillowcase for just 1 week
1 week.
causes a buildup
bad.
of 17,000 times more bacteria colonies than a toilet seat.
How about you wash your nasty ass face
All right.
instead of not you, the people writing
it just
this.
sounded like a direct
No,
attack.
not you. No, you have a clean face, I'm sure, but it's like it could build all of this up. But what if you keep clean?
Yeah.
Then what's building up on that?
And I wonder if this is worse noticeably for women or for men, or if there's like any difference between the
Men
two.
for sure are dirtier.
Lab tests found 3 million bacteria colonies living on dirty pillowcases, and they were found on pillowcases that were not washed after 1 week of use. Shocking swab tests of the pillowcases revealed materials like cotton and silk, are teeming with fungus and germs due to your dead skin cells, which is a gross rabbit hole to dive into, sweat, feces, and saliva. That is gross.
Feces on your pillow.
Somehow it gets up on your face and it gets on your pillow.
Okay.
Listen,
also,
feces has only gotten on my pillowcase once, and she was a one-time thing.
Gross. I don't want to hear that. They said when you get
wait,
into bed.
why?
you
How
can-
did that even happen?
Doesn't matter.
You
Actually,
contaminate.
that does work
Yeah,
out.
it
in the
does
sex-
matter, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
You contaminate your bed linens with dead skin cells, about 50 million per day. And then sweat, makeup, lotions, hair, and anything else you've picked up during the day, from pollen to pet dander to fungal mold and particles, all of that. So your pillowcase.
Is this assuming people don't shower before they go to bed?
I think that might make it less bad if you're showering
Because
before bed.
I shower before bed more than I shower before work.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
I'm the
morning
opposite.
shower.
This is
so I guess we're gross.
Well, it's got to be gross if they're saying that it is 17,000 times more bacteria on your pillowcase than your toilet seat.
Okay,
That
but what
is
about your
vile.
mattress, your sheets? Like, have they considered who has pets and who doesn't?
The pets thing is in there because they talk about pet dander being on the pillow, and I guess like pollen and stuff that you just pick up with your face during the day.
Also, thank you. Who did this study? What? Tell me that it's some sort of like linens corporate entity.
Fred's dry cleaning.
Dr. Hadley King, a dermatologist and clinical instructor of dermatology at Weill Medical College of Cornell University, is the one who did this.
Dr. Hadley, that's 13, right?
What?
What's
Dr.
that
Hadley?
reference? No, go ahead and explain.
Dr.
it, please.
Hadley 13?
It's from House.
Ah.
My God. House.
He did pills.
Watching House.
And he had a limp.
House was a great show.
House is like, what's the autistic doctor show?
The Good Doctor.
That's the one that
Doctor.
made you cry a little bit.
The Good Doctor is like a sweet little show, but if you just see the scenes out of context on TikTok, it's hilarious.
Yes.
Can I tell you? I only know that up until TikTok, whenever Good Doctor came up, it was like you shared years ago, speaking of 10-year anniversary, that like you had next day watch The Good Doctor, and you're like, I almost cried a little bit, you guys.
It was sad. Or it was just like emotional.
And then I watched this Good Doctor clip on TikTok, and I'm like, this show is awful. This is hard to watch.
The scenes when he's like being very much autistic, those scenes are, if just isolated, you go, wait, this is a show for real? But it kind of reflects reality, I guess.
Yeah. My running bit about The Good Doctor was, I think maybe like 2 or 3 times, I was like, what is that show? Is it new? And Ashley was like, no, it's been around for a while. And then by the 3rd time, she's like, you ask me this all the time. And then it was just like ingrained in me that every time I saw an ad for The Good Doctor, I was like, oh, there's a new show we should check out. It's like an autistic doctor. There we go.
I've fallen into that trap too. I'm trying to see here if there's any particular moments that stand out.
Oh, man.
No, YouTube definitely. Good Doctor, weirdest moment.
San Jose State
Funniest.
Bonaventure Hospital. I'm a surgical resident. Today's my first full day.
I'm at floor.
Oh, ground floor.
There's so many
I'm
awkward
taking
moments.
the bus.
I'll walk again.
Okay, real quick. Have autistic people or those family members of autistic people said that this role has been like he's almost on point with it?
I don't know. I haven't seen any
I think
reaction.
he's going a little I Am Sam with it.
Well, is he autistic himself? I don't know anything about this
No,
guy.
he's not.
Let me see another scene.
Yes, of course. This is Mitchell Brand. I reviewed his
I don't think
chart.
it's I
He's
Am Sam.
55 years old from Chicago, divorced with 2 children. You did a radical prostatectomy on him yesterday. There are many possible complications, but none related to motor neurons. There is no chance you won't be able to walk.
He wasn't worried about his legs.
Okay. That's the beginning.
Yes.
The
There's a
credits are rolling right now in the
this
beginning.
is the start of the show.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Wait. There's a significant chance. Don't leave me hanging. He's not going to be able to use his...
All right.
Impotence?
Impotence.
Dr. Murphy, you're late.
No, the bus was late. The schedule was clear. They posted online, but the 4 bus was late, which meant...
You're late.
5 minutes, we've all
On
been.
your first day, no less. It is your responsibility to be here. If you were not, you have failed in your responsibility,
Yeah.
which makes it your fault.
Okay,
Take
how
that.
can it be my fault? I did nothing wrong. The bus...
This is going to work out great. The board clearly made the right choice in hiring you.
Whoa. Anti-autistic guy.
They're going to come down on you,
My
sir.
only thing, it's a sweet show, but it perpetuates the stereotype that people with autism are all idiot savants.
Well, it does.
And that's the thing that I'm like, come on, guys.
And that's why when people talk about spectrums, if there's something on a spectrum, autism is definitely the thing that's most obviously on a spectrum.
Yeah.
When you say autistic, you could be going from somebody who is actually a savant to somebody who is having a very hard time like expressing themselves at all in the real world.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of space between those two. Anyhow, back to this week in
Good show, though.
science.
It's a good show.
Very, very quickly.
Oh,
here.
there's more than one. I forgot.
Actually, we're going to stretch out this week in science.
All right.
We'll get to part 2, Electric Boogaloo, when we come back. That plus jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 104.1 on TikTok, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by LASIK Vision Institute.
ESPN's reporting several NFL players will receive 1-year suspensions this week for violating the league's gambling policy. Baseball, the Rays and the Diamondbacks continue their series in the desert tonight. Zach Eflin starts on the mound for Tampa, looking for his 10th win of the season. And Lightning GM Julian Brisebois will try to uncover some diamonds during the NHL draft. Tampa won't pick, though, until tomorrow's 6th round. I'm Scott Davidson.
LASIK is more affordable than you think. Right now at the LASIK Vision Institute, they're offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in July. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit getlvilasik.com for details.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. From morning wake up to afternoon pick-me-up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you in you with Amino Energy.
Light up your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get two. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit SkyKingFireworks.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The 4th of July is an important holiday for all Americans. For some husbands, however, in troubled marriages, holidays are marked more by hardship than harmony. If you're such a guy and considering divorce, know all your options. We advise, we advocate, and when necessary, we litigate.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Attention business owners, was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours, so let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now. 800-375-1175. That's 800-375-1175. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-375-1175. 800-375-1175.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Try new extra charged Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Available for a limited time, so try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free, anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. For black men, that stat is 1 in 6. When prostate cancer is caught early, it's highly treatable. But because most men have no symptoms, it's vital to talk to your doctor at your annual visit about prostate cancer screening. Not sure where to start? Go to pcf.org for the help you need to navigate this disease and make the right decisions for yourself. Remember, it's your life. Go to pcf.org today.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Jury duty in just a moment. First, a couple of things, and then the second half of This Week in Science. But we start with this, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Iro, how would you say that? IRO Espresso is the person's name. Iro, I'm going to say Iro, all right? Whatever it is, I'm sorry.
Iro.
Says, greetings, my 3 best friends. Did I somehow miss the skip challenge Sabrina promised last week? Please say it's in the plan/work soon.
Thank you for reminding me.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, Iro or Iro Espresso. Thank you. I have no idea what that is or what it means.
I am asking for the sake of our listeners and the streamers who love entertainment.
You asked this last time.
I know, and then I forgot. A lot of things going on, you guys.
Okay.
I have 3 to-do lists.
Why
I'm
don't
going
we
to
just
have it
one?
because it's based on category.
I question your optimization sometimes. All right, why did you just have one?
Okay, I have one here that's like, make sure to do it before the end of July.
Okay.
And I have another one that's like, don't forget to do it by the end of the year. And then this one right here is like, have to do it today.
That's not confusing to you?
Oh, highly confusing.
Then it's not optimized.
The optimization would include me hiring an assistant, but I'm not that rich.
Do any of the 3 have like combine my to-do lists?
All the time. Every Monday, typically in the beginning of a month, like I would just combine all of them, but I would go and check the ones that I did just for the satisfaction of checking. This isn't about me.
I love putting items on the to-do list that you can cross off so easily. Like just something that takes like 4 seconds and you're like, there we go.
Clean something today. Took a shower.
Send an email. Bam. Done. Crossed it off. What's this skip challenge?
So please don't look it up. I'm asking. And then Friday, I think for our 10-year official, both of you will have a sip of our whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the skip challenge. Then.
Does this involve me doing some sort of like TikTok dance? Because that ain't happening.
No.
Is it something physical?
It is.
Yes.
All right. But
it won't,
involves
like-
drinking?
Sure.
All right.
My man, you can make anything involve drinking.
We're going to pop down the Bushmills on the show on Friday. Fritz, you're willing? You're welcome to come if you want.
I love you.
Are you willing though?
I was going to invite myself, so thank you. It's exciting. Congratulations, by the
If
way.
it makes it easier for you, Sam, we'll put him over here. If that's too much Fritz
is
couch
fine
time.
here.
I just check it in. I just touch
then
and base.
poor Moses is going to come in, and then that emailer is going to be right.
Well, here you got to put this on all 3 of your to-do lists.
I'm
so
ready. No, this one's
that you don't forget.
This one right here is just for the show, and I keep it here on Mega Desk.
All right.
Super Mega Desk.
Skip
Ultimate.
challenge Friday. I have no idea what that is, but we'll see.
Don't Google it, please.
Brett emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and he says, the past 2 shows now, you've mentioned how much you enjoyed the song Murder on My Mind by YNW Melly, and I have to agree it's a fantastic track. I've been a fan of his for about 4 years now, and I have some of my own personal favorite tracks of his that I'd like to share with you. I bet Sabrina would like a few of these too. Y'all enjoy listening. She probably wouldn't, Brett, because she's not on the hip wavelength that you and I are on. She's not going to understand songs like 772, which is number 1 on his list, but it says in no particular order. Catchin' Feelings, Wine for Me, Slang That Iron. Oof, man.
Oh, you are familiar.
Bang,
Go ahead
bang.
and give me a little tidbit of Slang That Iron. Sean.
Oh, that one's pretty good, actually. It's like,
Well, Catching Feelings is a no, according to Blackstreet.
I was just about to sing the song, but C-Lane interrupted me, so now I'm not going to sing it. I was going to tell you what that song was like, but you'll have to go YouTube it now so you can hear for yourself. Yeah, he's good. He's not the best.
Is he
but
big
I think
enough
he's
to be
good.
on YouTube?
YNW Melly?
Yeah.
Look up Murder on My Mind, YNW Melly. How many views do you think it has on
Anyone
YouTube?
can be on YouTube.
How many views do you think the song has on YouTube?
Millions.
Look it up.
Okay.
Who was
now,
the guy?
how many views did
You
he
are
have
so-
before?
You were so defensive of this song.
I'm not.
is.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
You guys
but
are like, what,
how
you got 4 views on
How
YouTube?
many views did he have before he made headlines for murdering somebody?
Okay, so that was the same guy, right?
The song
Yes.
became
Yeah.
famous.
Sean thinks he's so cool.
2 years ago. I'm not saying he's so cool or that he's a good person. I'm just saying that song is catchy and I like it. I like the video too. And it's better than rap right now. I agree with I forgot who it was that they just interviewed. Some Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow just did some interview.
Okay, first of all, goes by Bow Wow now. 'cause
Whatever
he's
his
in
name
30s.
is. Bow Wow says in an interview, he's like, all of the rap stuff that's coming out right now is going to be completely and totally forgotten. It's not going to be music that stands out in history. And most of it, I think he's totally right on. I was listening to some of the top rap songs on YouTube yesterday, and there was 3 different songs, all right? 3 different songs in the top 10. In the middle of the song, they just go to like a phone call. It's like,
Have you not watched rap music videos ever before?
The beginning of the song that you love is a phone call.
Not the music video. Not the music video. The audio only version.
Sean?
It's like it's like chorus, verse, chorus, verse, phone call. That has nothing to do with anything. Back to the verse, back to the verse, back to the chorus. Nothing is tied in.
Oh, so you'd rather just in the beginning, just like that murder
If you
song.
want to do it like a bit at the beginning or the end, that makes sense. But we're rocking out to a song together, and in the middle of a song, you go to a phone call.
I wonder if that's them trying to bring back skits.
Skits are fine, but like,
But skits go in between the
Like Tim and
albums.
Cookie. That's cool. I like that.
Not during the song.
Yeah, in the middle of the song, it's a 3-minute song with a 1-minute phone call in the middle. That's
crazy.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
So there are a lot of great rap artists in our time. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, by our, not your, Sean. But the mumble rap does drive me absolutely insane. And what I hate is the tease, because you'll have this great beat, not made by the rapper, but
Yeah.
by the producer. And I'm like, all right, this is slapping. And then you start to hear this auto-tune mumble.
Yeah.
And then if I can catch any lyrics, I'm like, what do you mean you bought a tiger in a pet store?
Yeah, it's usually not super inspiring.
Okay.
Or it's just like really, and I don't care that much about this, but like super violent stuff.
And misogynistic.
Yeah,
right?
it's way over the top.
So do me a solid. Go to SoundCloud and look up With Yo Xbox.
I knew she was getting that in there. I knew the plug
I
was
wonder,
coming.
honestly, I do. How many listens do you think that has?
I don't know.
Wait, that came out, God, 4 years ago?
Sean thinks the rap is very violent. Also, he likes Murder on My Mind.
It's a good song. If you're going to be violent,
With a phone call in the beginning, by
it
the
might
way.
be good. That
So
doesn't
with-
have a phone call?
Yes, it does. Right in the beginning of the song
It's
is
that's the
phone
music
call
video,
bit.
though. I'm saying the actual song, the audio of the song that's like on the album.
All right, do you guys
not
want to
the video.
guess? With Yo Xbox. With an H, I'm sorry.
I don't want to go too high because you're going to get angry. And if I go too low, you're going to get angry.
I honestly won't get angry either way. You've heard the song. You remember how it goes.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
pretty good.
1,000 plays.
Okay. All right. That's a guess. I'm not reacting to it emotionally.
I want to say 3,500.
3,500 is a guess. Go ahead, C-Lane.
Okay.
You can go low. I don't care.
2,000 plays.
2,000. 636.
Well, not enough people know about it. Clearly.
I play right now, but my first line is "How do you do to mother ever?"
Yeah, I remember playing that.
All right, so what do people search for? Let's get that up to at least 1,000.
Let's put on See It Now.
Let's move the needle. You can put it up on See It Now.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh my
10
God.
years, baby.
Send me the link. Send me the link. I'll put it up for
But
you.
with Yo
Uh-huh.
Xbox.
On SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, Sabrina Ambra.
And I'll put it up on See It Now during the break. We have to get
One
that
of
to
these
it out.
days, Fritz will, help me master it, and we'll put it on actual streaming platforms that people listen to often.
Did you see how many the Murder on My Mind thing had on YouTube?
Probably a billion.
Something like
636?
575 million.
575 million?
Million?
575 million. Half a billion streams on that
damn.
song.
And he's
Oh.
going to be in jail.
I forgot to do This Week in Science and Jury Duty. So,
Thank you, Moses.
here we go, real quick. Let's do this. Here's Jury Duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Pierce says, Sean, that song is so ass. Well, I mean,
That's a new
clearly
phrase.
you're not that cool. and
I don't know if that's good or bad.
You're
It's
so
yo,
ass.
Yeah, that show is so ass.
Oh, that might be a positive thing. Right. It took me a while to figure out the cap, no cap thing, so it takes a while to come around sometimes.
Oh, you wear caps.
Well, 866-CALL-MO is the phone number. That's what I want you to remember.
No cap.
866-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Injured on the go, just call Mo. If you're in an accident, you have a lot of choices. There's a lot of attorneys out there screaming at you during the commercials. But Mo is the only one who's going to give you that personal touch. He's going to sit down with you, hear your story, and then understand things from your perspective as he goes to fight against the insurance companies. And that's what you deserve. Not just being like part of a spreadsheet or, hey, we need to settle this account because the algorithm says so. No, we're going to fight it out and do what's right. And that's what Mo does. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Just called malt.
The woman who had her son shoot this guy at the food stand, we've been talking about this for the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
First, it was this woman was texting her son and said, come shoot this guy. And her son, 14 years old, did shoot and kill this guy. Then it was, whoa, they've dropped the charges because the mom was getting punched in the face by this lunatic inside this place. And the 14-year-old son came in, saw that his mom was in danger, and fired shots on the guy who was punching his mom. And now the mother is filing a lawsuit against the city of Chicago as of yesterday morning. And they're talking about Kim Foxx, who's the state's attorney general. She's the one who dropped the charges. Nobody's winning here because some people are saying, hey, not for nothing, but after this guy ran out of the food stand and away from the mother and wasn't punching the mother anymore, the 14-year-old son was chasing after him, shooting him more and chasing after him, which you're not allowed to do that. And they dropped the charges anyways, but she's filing a lawsuit despite that in going after the city of Chicago.
For what?
For, let's see what it is. They had first-degree murder charges on them. I wouldn't have put those charges on them. They said, it doesn't say what they're going for. It just says, filed a lawsuit against them.
Actually, first-degree murder... They say sometimes that sticks when somebody goes to get the gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like she texted him, "Get the gun,
and
shoot the guy."
He went in the place.
That's not like fast enough of something to happen.
Right.
I think
they dropped all those charges, and now she is suing. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. When we come back, I will finish This Week in Science. I promise. Plus, there's a country that's going to get rid of all the rats. Honestly, seriously. No rats in this country if things go well.
Are the streets made with cheese?
Possibly. We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident causing heavy delays on I-4 westbound between State Road 417 and State Road 429. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before I-4. You can expect delays on I-4 heading westbound between World Drive and after Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hard Rock Live presents Classic Albums Live. The Who, Who's Next, Saturday, July 1st. Classically trained musicians performing the iconic album and The Who's greatest hits, note for note, cut for cut. Get tickets at info at hardrockliveorlando.com or call 407-351-LIVE.
Speak to the experts at Fence Outlet about their fence in a box with pre-packaged material for 4 popular styles, including posts, caps, hardware, and cement. Your fence project has never been easier. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan.
for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Country has decided they're going to get rid of every single rat in the country, which here I think in the United States would be impossible. I don't know if we can pull that off. There's so many rats in like
I just
a big
dealt
city.
with the rat problem.
Did you?
Not in the house, fortunately, but it was like the construction brought a sweet little family of them that love birdseed.
Large, small, what size?
Large.
The big, like city rats.
Yeah, like
city rats are big.
Like you could see, that's the thing with rats, like cute faces, but
Wow.
she's letting it all hang out.
Wow. Forgot we were on the radio for a moment.
That's how I feel about rats. Anyways, you could see testicles on rats.
Yeah.
They were that big.
I like
don't
how
know.
you changed.
Yeah, when you went back and censored the word that you would have been fine saying.
Sweating
it
now
was the
because of that.
F-bomb that would have been the major issue. That was the one?
I know. I
Wait,
apologize.
how crazy would it have been if she said testicles and then dropped the F-bomb again?
Yeah, so yeah, rats suck.
They're gross. I agree with you.
Wow,
on
I haven't done that in a minute.
that. Well, the country that's going to do that, we'll
March
talk about
17th.
that in just a moment here.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I'm not in that level.
All right, let's finish out this week in science because I have a question for everybody, which I think Sabrina actually answered during the intro of the show. They are now beginning the first human trials for a drug that was designed by AI, which is going to be now in phase 2 clinical trials involving human subjects, a very first for the industry. And I'm trying to see what the drug actually is here, but I would never ever take this.
Ozempic.
Insilico is the name of the company, but they don't mention the actual drug itself. They just mention that this is the first time there's ever been an AI discovered and designed drug that's entered clinical trials involving human subjects, which for me, I go, no thank you, not going to do it, no interest in that. Because if you ask an AI, go, hey AI, develop a drug for me for humans. And if the AI did want to take out the human race, you know what they'd do? They'd make a drug that they knew secretly somehow was going to wipe out the human race.
Yep.
And they'd get us one by one by one. I'm not on board with this just yet, but it is interesting. And they've talked about how things like ChatGPT, other AIs, can already come up with some pretty amazing and complex things and even design drugs. And this is one that's going to be happening. And they said AI tools could be developing up to 50 new drugs worth potentially $50 billion over the next decade. Would you guys take a drug built by an AI, designed by an AI?
If it meant that the drug could be more tailored to me, are we?
This is just a drug in general. Like, let's say they were trying.
We're
to
not
get...
talking about like recreational drugs.
No. We're saying
that
like,
would be, I mean, cool
That'd be
too.
fun, yeah.
like maybe a blood pressure drug, and they're going to make this, and they have AI do all the work, and then it comes up with the sequence for the drug, and then they manufacture
I
it.
think I would. I mean, that's smart.
It's maybe. Here's the thing: you have to say if a human was coming up with this, would the AI do it better than the human did? And computers tend to make less mistakes than humans.
Yeah.
But computers can be nefarious. You sent me that damn story this morning with a robot that has a flamethrower or something.
I thought you were gonna
talk
about it.
I have it in here. We might get into it before we.
I mean, it's literally your worst nightmare.
It is frightening to see.
But
And
I mean, when it comes to the creating of medicines, like there has to have been use of some sort of computer and double checking and calculations.
Yeah,
so-
but not on this level where the actual chemical compounds for the drug was made up by artificial intelligence, which
yeah.
is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
And whack.
I was going to say wacky, but it's not. Wacky is not a thing that people say.
It's not wacky.
And the final story in This Week in Science. C-Lane, you may be interested in this.
All right.
I know I am. Maybe everybody else too. But there's an experimental drug right now from Eli Lilly. They gave it to 98 patients with fatty liver disease.
98. So did 2 die?
Nope. They gave it to 98 patients. I don't know what happened to the other 2. Or if they just decided 98 is the perfect number for us. Those on the highest dose of Retadrude. How do we do this?
Don't say the R word, please.
Retatrutide. That's what we're going with. Retatrutide experienced an 86% decrease in liver fat over 48 weeks.
Wow.
With most of the reduction occurring early on in treatment.
I don't know why you're pointing this at me. My liver numbers are better than yours.
You don't know that. Your liver
Yes, I
do. The last test, how bad are your liver numbers?
They were right in the middle where they're supposed to be.
I don't know. I'm not on any liver.
Okay,
Are you on medicine for liver fatties?
No.
What
For
are
liver fatties?
I don't know what it is. I haven't had it done yet.
I just got my blood work done.
Yeah.
What is liver numbers again? What's the word? What am I looking? I'm looking at my thing right now.
AST and something else ST?
I don't know. I just know where on the sheet.
So
it
not
says liver numbers.
triglycerides. That has nothing.
Well,
No,
how
but-
are your triglycerides?
So triglycerides are your cholesterol.
Okay.
How are those?
64.
Oh, was it mine like 1,300 or something?
Jesus I thought you said it was Christ, Sean.
800. 800 is what it was.
800?
Yeah, it was the highest it ever was. Then it was
Oh, okay.
down a little bit from that. So mine's a little higher than yours.
HDLC? Is that what we're looking for?
I would. What?
Maybe
what-
they're not even
He only
testing for it.
pretends to be a doctor at
Oh,
certain
got
times.
it.
No, I would have to bring up the information. I don't know
Well,
what it is
the
by
good
heart.
news is they said 93% achieved resolution of fatty liver disease, defined as having 5% or less liver fat, which is huge. Unfortunately, they did say it's non-alcoholic fatty liver disease that they did this test on.
That won't work for you.
Hopefully, it doesn't change with the alcoholic version. Yeah, hopefully, it's the same. All right, over to the rat country, or soon to be the no rat country. There are a bunch of people who are trying to take New Zealand and get rid of every rat. Not just some of them, not just most of them, every last rat. They want to kill every single rat in New Zealand and be done with them.
Haven't rats been around like almost as long as cockroaches?
And they'll be around just as long as cockroaches will, I think, because these folks ain't going to get them all. They have these people, they go out with these high-vis jackets on. They give them peanut butter, which is the great bait that you can use for catching rats. And they go and put down all these traps, and they have bait boxes they put down, or they'll just stab these things. And slowly but surely, they're killing every single rat that they encounter and eradicating rats in New Zealand. Why? They say it's to save native birds. I'm not sure how the rats are killing the
Because they eat
birds
the
so
eggs.
much. Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense, actually. That's what they're doing, though. They're going to get rid of every last rat.
Man, rats eat everything.
They do.
can.
Good luck.
Yeah, they're indiscriminate eaters. They will go for whatever you put in front of them.
So, is there
uh,
any sort of environmental, like, do they provide at all?
They
Like
gotta have
mosquitoes
something that they
seem
add.
useless, just like the penny.
They must add something. So most animals are part of the food chain, and if you eradicate them, then you're screwing up something out there.
Yeah, if we get rid of mosquitoes, what are bats going to eat?
Right? If you got rid of vultures, somebody might say a vulture is gross. You really need vultures.
Do we need
Vultures
bats?
are very useful.
We need
bats, we
bats.
need bats.
I know we need
mosquitoes.
bees. You know, if
Bees are very important.
I worry about bees because I don't want to be stung by one. But if I go to swat one, there's people like, no, don't kill the bees.
Yeah, I
because
wonder-
if you kill the bees, you kill the flowers.
I wonder what's going to happen because centuries ago, Vietnam tried to get rid of rats.
Did
and,
they?
Yeah, but they did
During the war?
a contest. I think this was still when it was French occupied. They did a contest where if you brought in rat tails, they would pay you. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, you are killing rats. But then they found in the countryside farms of rats with no tails.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So then when they stopped that like government incentivized programs, the farmers just kicked open all of the traps, and then you had more rats. So that's called the Cobra effect. When you try to make something happen, but now you need cobras to eat the rats.
Yeah.
And you have a bigger problem.
And then you got to get something to eat that, and then build it up, and all of a sudden
Sean was going to do that for Today I Learned. Damn it.
Yeah, thank you for that, Fritz. It's an interesting tidbit, but I won't use it for Today I Learned. I've got fresh stuff for you on the way.
Sick. Nice.
I did see that an Australian lawyer has proposed a new type of Olympic Games.
Oh, what's he doing?
Tell me if you're on board, all right? These will have rats at them.
Okay.
It's called the Enhanced Games. This will be an athletics tournament like no other. In Olympics, where competitors are allowed to openly take any performance-enhancing drugs that they would want.
I knew this was going to happen.
Any steroids.
Despite
any
what it's going to do
HGH.
to them in the long term.
If you know the risks of it, you could take all the steroids in the world, and then you could play at the Enhanced Games, and everybody could battle it out. I'd watch it.
I would definitely watch it.
No sport at all that allows performance-enhancing drugs.
No. I mean,
not that I could think of.
If
some sports are very tough on it, like cycling and some other sports are incredibly careful about it.
It would also, you would have to, if there was a sport that allowed some sort of performance-enhancing drug, you would probably be down to arguing over what constitutes performance-enhancing.
Because they have they'll give you new blood, a transfusion, and that does technically help you with your performance, but it's not a chemical going inside of you.
I would almost like it if they had one sport in the U.S. that they said you're allowed to do performance-enhancing drugs, but it was a sport that it didn't make a ton of sense.
Chess.
If it was like bowling or something, and you just
then it goes through the wall.
Massively ripped guys whipping the bowling balls down the alley.
But I mean,
whatever they call it.
There are people who use like steroids and stuff like that who either use them safely or they just don't have the side effects. They don't. It doesn't affect them like it affects others.
They'll do one cycle or something.
Yeah, but the
people who do that know a lot about it.
Yeah,
they know what they're talking about.
And they do it safely, and they're like, we feel it's unfair that there's nothing for us. You know, that we're looked down upon. You know, we're not trying to cheat at something other people can't do or other people won't do, but to give them a venue and say, hey, we've got this sports league for you juicers out there.
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome to watch.
They're going to be fighting so much.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of
out of
violence,
nowhere.
a lot of aggression there.
Someone just decks someone.
We're going to take a quick break. I've got some things to share with you when we come back.
It's going to get gross again?
We've got these dispatches. I've been bad about playing those for the last hour or so we'll jump back on board that. And there's something brand new that's coming to the world of all things, condiments. Is this going to be the next big thing? Watch out, ketchup and mustard. There's a new condiment in town. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram because why wouldn't we be? You know what? Don't answer that. At Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 westbound between State Road 417 and State Road 429. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound between World Drive and after Osceola Polkline Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at Old US 441. You can expect delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before I-4, exit 259. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Well, it is real hot these days when it's not raining, and you got an AC that is maybe struggling, maybe working overtime, maybe on its last legs. There's no better time to sign up for preventative maintenance at Mills Air than right now. What happens is a Mills Air technician will come out to your house. And first of all, it's amazing that when you pick up the phone and you dial Mills Air at 407-277-1159, an actual human being picks up the phone. And they're incredibly nice. They have the best staff in the world. So then they dispatch out a tech to come to your house. No matter what kind of AC you have, they're going to look at this thing up and down, inside and out. They're going to clean out the lines. They're going to change the filters. They're going to make sure you are ready for this heat before things cool down later on in the year. They've been doing this for a very long time. If you like locally owned and operated, if you like family owned and operated, if you like people you can trust that are honest, you are going to like Mills Air. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealers, and they can get you big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
GiveMeTheVin.com created the computer site Unseen Bid. All these copycats, they take your information and they sell it to 3, 4, 5, 6 other dealers. We do not do that. When you go to GiveMeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is. Dave, tell our listeners about the produce that's in season.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon, freppers, spinach.
Wait, hold it. You're just putting fra in front of produce.
Yeah, as in fresh from Florida.
Produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. You don't need to make up words.
Really?
Ugh, friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
Don't you mean .from?
Ugh, really?
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely, live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
This hour of programming is sponsored by Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
I want to get caught up on a couple of things here, and then we will work in you and your comments. Your dispatches are available for you to send over at thenewsjunkie.com, and you can see everybody else's over there as well. Join the community of folks who are around the show. Much appreciated. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. All right, what do I got for you here? A couple of things that I've been saving up along the show. I haven't heard this yet, but I guess Trump said something weird at one of his speeches. This was at the Lillick Luncheon, which I'm not familiar with, but in Concord, New Hampshire, I guess it's a big deal. He's talking about some things that the government is going to try to take away from
They
you.
want to take away your gas stoves. Does anybody like gas better? You cook a lot more than I do. Because I have a lot of friends that are really into the cooking thing, and they say gas is better. So, but they want to take it away. They want to take away your washing machines and your dryers.
I mean, this is the platform we're going in.
Any water for the washing machine, even though you have so much water, you don't know what the hell to do with it up here.
Okay, okay. Oh my God!
They want to take your water away from you.
You have so much water.
They want to take your washing machine
away. Is that
That's
really?
funny.
I know that it is going to affect a lot of people.
Mhm.
This gas stove situation,
Right.
But like, does it really affect that much the average American?
It affects
statistically
the people who currently have gas stoves, not that much, but it affects new buildings in a lot of places. And it's clear what people want to do. People who are trying to push against gas stoves, they want to get rid of gas stoves, just like they wanted to get rid of incandescent light bulbs and whatever, all in the name of climate change or whatever. They want you to switch to the ceiling. What's it called? What's the one that actually is not even hot to the touch?
Induction.
Induction cooktops, where you have to have specialized pans that connect to the cooktop, and it heats up the pan directly, and they think that's more climate friendly or whatever. This is silly. They need to let people have what they want. In this case, they're pretending like it's really bad for you health wise, but nobody ever said anything about a washer or a dryer, as far as I have heard. I haven't heard that.
I just can't imagine the campaign trail where you have all your supporters and they're like, "We're gonna make sure that you can cook a grilled cheese.
We're gonna make gas great again,
like America."
This part of the big
intended.
thing. People don't want their stuff taken from them.
And don't worry about like wages and poverty.
No, we're all culture war. That's what everything is. Every politician is just putting out all kinds of nonsense that most people don't even care about. All right, I don't know if you've seen this, but this was wild. And it's yet another example of how people just lose their minds and their tempers all at the same time. And this must have been kind of embarrassing because at this road rage incident that is going viral today, some guy gets out of his car, goes up to the car that he's road raging with, and tries to smash the window out. Did you see this, dude?
I saw that dude, but I saw it first in a meme that said, "Me at the aquarium." And it made perfect sense. And
Yeah.
here we are with the actual clip.
You'll see why that makes sense here. All right, so here comes the other guy in the road rage.
Running like a little bitch.
He did not break the window. All of those punches.
Not once. First of all, telling of the actual car that they're driving. Do we know?
They're in
Looks
some
like a
sort of truck. Yeah, some big truck. The wife is like,
and then two, that
"Stop."
man hurt his hand.
Oh, yeah. And you know he's never going to admit it until
Have
like
you ever in
hours
anger
later.
done like one punch?
Oh, yeah,
and
you can
then
hurt
you
your
feel
hand.
like a dumbass.
It hurts
when
to
it's
punch
like,
somebody in the face. It hurts your hand to punch things like that when you punch
He's
that hard.
definitely waking up the next morning with very swollen, and possibly a broken bone or so.
But he could not get through that glass, even though he was trying his ass off.
What was he mad about?
He was mad about some sort of road rage incident. There's not a lot of details with
I
it.
saw someone, a video of some road rage thing recently where a woman was like mad at some truck driver, and she climbed up on top of the hood and just put a foot through the windshield and then hopped back off and
Successfully.
left. Yeah,
Or
very
people
successfully.
so hot-tempered that they'll freak out
But
like that.
I just think it's weird that this guy, I mean, unless he's just a bitch punch, I don't know that I'd be any better.
It sounded very loud.
It did.
He was hitting it hard, but he wasn't hitting it hard enough to break it because that window
Those
stayed
windows
strong.
That's what she said.
Tough, by the way. Like when it comes to they do these like tests of new products. So like if you find yourself in a lake and what
To
do you
smash
use to
the
get
window?
out?
Yeah.
And then some douchebag that was asked to do the test was like, "No, I'll just do it with my elbow." And those windows do not break.
No, not
But
like
they
that.
do say that if you're ever in that situation, you have to actually go for the corners. And the corners is what will break it most likely.
Those
than
little
right in the
tools,
middle.
though, you just put it up against the window and like press a thing and then gone. The
That
whole
or your
window.
seatbelt, by the way, the
Smash
metal
it out
part.
with that?
Yep.
Well, that guy didn't have any luck.
Or
He
don't
wasn't
drive
doing
near
very well.
lakes.
What else did I want to share? Oh, this is something to watch. This I have some details on. It says a white man who called police over a confrontation with a black man in a Georgia park. Well, he got upset when all of this was going down. They said it's from Doraville in Georgia. And officers from Doraville Police Department came up to this scene. There was a man, I don't know if he was homeless or not, but he had a knife and he was threatening all kinds of people. And he was saying he was going to kill people. And he went up to this one guy and he said, "Look, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to stab you or whatever." The cops show up. The cops arrested the guy. Now, here's where it gets weird, all right?
He was arrested and charged with simple assault and terroristic threats. Following his arrest, he was transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
It's the body cam footage.
Go to the squad car, please.
All right, that's them arresting the guy.
Why is it happening? I'm being arrested? Yes. For what?
So he did have a knife. He did threaten multiple people. I think he may have threatened one of the officers that showed up too. The guy should have gotten arrested, right? He's a bad guy, but that's not what's interesting about this. So they're hauling him off.
I'll be with you. Just 1 second.
All right, this is the guy who called the cops. He's coming up now going, "Are you arresting him?" All right, he's saying, like, wait, hold on. You're arresting this guy?
But still, I will need for you to fill out a statement for him.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone.
I know, but he had a weapon on him, and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife.
All right, now he's defending the guy who he called the cops on. All right, it goes further.
It's only a crime for a gun.
Terroristic threats, though, sir.
Because he said "die to me" and had his knife out?
What, all that was done. The threats, everything. Let me get a statement.
If I thought you were going to arrest him, I wouldn't call. I just wanted to leave us alone.
He said, if I would have thought you were going to arrest him, I wouldn't have called. Now he starts crying.
I understand, but we still have a job to do.
Now he's going to think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black.
Oh my God.
Man.
Go back. Go back.
He said he's going to think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black. This guy is so scared.
Okay, but he also did it in such a high-pitched, whiny
Yo,
voice.
because he went right to crying. He's so scared of like a viral video of him with a black guy
Well,
getting
guess
arrested.
what? Guess what, buddy?
Guess what happened?
The viral video is not about whether because you're white and because he's black. It's because you sound like a little bitch.
Oh, man. There's so many people that are so frightened of this.
Why is this video here? I don't know where you're getting this from. Is it Crime Cam Now or
No,
something?
I'm getting this from a very respected Twitter account called Garbage Human Twitter. That was the place where I found this.
The lower logo says Crime Cam Now.
Crime Cam Now is a subsidiary of the Garbage
Crime
Human
Cam Now
Twitter
makes
page.
videos on their video capture on their phone.
Yeah, they do. They don't have the best
Are we
quality.
in a fight?
No, I think we're good, right? Yeah, good?
Yeah.
Good enough?
Oh, he rolled his
Want to hear
eyes.
him cry again?
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
We
please.
have a job to do.
Now he's going to think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black. Or he's homeless and I'm not. I don't want that.
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just want him to leave
Like
us
being
alone.
black?
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Also, this police
I'll be right
officer
back, okay?
That's
wants
so-
nothing to do with this.
Did she say, I doubt that?
She said, I doubt that. Yeah. Yeah.
What did she doubt?
I don't even know what she was responding to, but she did say, I doubt that. Whenever I see this, I'm like, this is so infantilizing to black people that some white people have this thought process. And there's a lot of white people who are, well, everybody knows this by now, but there's a lot of white people that are just deathly afraid that they're going to end up in a circumstance like this because white people are so scared of being seen as racist. They're just unbelievably on edge about this all the time. And this guy,
Well, look at what happens to certain people who are
blatantly racist.
who are
well,
no, not just
to people
blatantly racist,
who just
but-
get caught up in it.
Yeah.
I mean, the story that always blows my mind, the Central Park Karen that people always go after, and that woman lost her job and was like, there was a couple of newspaper articles about her. And
the guy that was saying NAACP or United Negro College Fund
was, yeah. There's been people who just made mistakes, but the Central Park woman, that woman lost her job. She
called the cops on the guy for bird watching.
No,
dude.
that's it. So that guy ends up in the media as like he's this bird watcher guy who got bothered by the Karen out there. He got a show on National Geographic, a bird watching show. This guy did.
Okay.
This guy went up to this woman and threatened to throw down a poison treat for her dog to eat because he hates dogs so much, and was threatening to kill this woman's dog. And that was the precursor to all this. That's the story. You can look it up if you
From
want
her?
to. No. That's the story from the investigation that the police did. This guy was threatening that he was going to poison her dog. And when the woman started to panic and freak out because she saw she was being recorded, she got into the mode that this guy got into. And then she's like, a black man is saying stuff to me. And she upends her entire life. White people are so scared of this happening to them. They are just on edge because they don't want to be like this guy. And that's why this dude is crying. He's in the middle of a park crying about this. It's like, buddy, if somebody wrongs you, if somebody has committed a crime against you, if somebody has threatened you, it doesn't matter what color their skin is or wherever they're from. They either did something wrong or they didn't do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird as hell to think about things that way.
I mean, he's gonna think it's because I'm whiter.
But it's higher pitch, like way higher pitch than that.
Well, because it's a white guy.
Higher, even more.
It's so-
You're gonna think it's because I'm white and he's black.
It's like dehumanizing, for God's sake. Oh, I teased this. Let me get this in here. C-Lane, would you try
Thank you,
this?
C-Lane.
I don't know. Sabrina's a little more picky. I don't know if you would
How dare
try
you?
this. Well, you
I
are,
had to like squint to get that high.
Yeah, it was.
you are picky with condiments. You do not like mustard, as far as I know.
No,
Like,
no.
mustard is off the
Is
list.
that picky though? It's just a different palate.
Yeah, well, that's what picky is.
How do you feel about mayonnaise?
I don't mind mayonnaise as much as I used to, but I still don't like it that much.
Picky is like, has it touched it? Has it gone anywhere near? Like, for example, all right, I would say picky would be like the opposite of picky would be the time that I ordered Fritz a sub and they accidentally gave him, Fritz doesn't eat meat, they gave him a sub full of meat.
Guy didn't
and
complain at all.
He grabbed the meat off of it and ate the rest of the sub.
Right.
Picky would be, meat has touched the sub and I want nothing to do with
Calling
it.
the police.
I've heard people go further. They said meat has touched the knife.
Yeah.
And then you use the
Oh,
knife
wow.
to do this. So here it is. Tell me if you would try it. It's a brand new product from Pepsi, and it's called
No, the answer is no.
Kolachup is the name of this sauce that is going to be used on hot dogs that brings the flavors of Pepsi and Pepsi goodness to your hot dog for the 4th of July.
I would try it.
They're going to have this at a bunch of baseball parks for the 4th, and they'll have like little sampling carts out there. That sounds kind of gross to me. I would try it too.
It sounds gross, but there's a lot of barbecue food in which the sauce is like, there's tons of ingredients, including a root beer or regular cola,
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, some of those depending on what you like,
Sweet,
and
right?
ketchup, and that's part of the balance. But there's so many barbecue sauces that have some sort of soda in them already. So to put that on a hot dog, it's not. It sounds gross, but it's not far fetched.
Yeah, and all they do is reduce some Pepsi on the stovetop to like get the actual flavor out of it. So it's not too weird, but all right, we'll see. We still got a bunch more to do before we wrap up today, including the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King with your forecast update for the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. Hot with increasing clouds. Temps near 95 at peak today with a feels-like temp at 107. The heat will be on. Rain chances rising for the PM at 50%. A scattering of showers and storms. Storm chances fade with the evening. As sun goes down, rain chances drop to 20%. Lows down to 76. Hot highs on Thursday at 96. Rain chance 20%. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Folks, we live in Central Florida, most of us do, and it's so important that your AC works perfectly every single time. That's why I strongly suggest a call to Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992, and that is 30 years plus of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs can service any brand out there. It doesn't matter if you have a Carrier or if you don't. Whatever you have, they're going to get you up and running, make sure you're nice and cool for the summer. But they are a Carrier factory-authorized dealer, and that means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand-new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or you can find them online at millsair.com.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Oh, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Aw, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
If you're a pro painter, do you know how much you're paying per gallon for paint? Paint stores try to convince you that you're getting a good deal with deep discounts. But what they don't tell you is their starting price is too high to begin with. If you buy paint from the Home Depot, you're getting the lowest price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Let's break from your daily routine to chat Choq.
CHOQ.
That's CHOQ. We Americans love our coffee, but don't love the crash and jitters later. So instead, get a natural boost with Choq and make that morning boost last all day long. Choq is clinically proven to maximize your energy, strength, and focus. Get 35% off any subscription for life with promo code BOOST at Choq.com. Boost the natural you with CHOQ.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Michael Collier, who is a comedian, actor, author, motivational speaker, talk show host, barbecueologist, and a man of God on June 30th through July 2nd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail service, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Light up your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get two. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit SkyKingFireworks.com.
Right now, getting a home insured in Florida feels like... Thankfully, there's Open House, a tech-enabled home insurance provider that is saving Floridians hundreds, just in time for hurricane season. Get an online quote in seconds and join your neighbors who dropped... For Open House, Start saving today at openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouseinsurance.com for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
Welcome to the Unlit Life. It's this place where you feel free, like enjoying a low-key get-together with friends instead of a wild night on the town style of free. When you can enjoy a moment with Blue Vapor just because. You know, the everyday doesn't have to feel so everyday. With Blue e-cigs, you can get stuff done and still have fun. And when we let ourselves get unlit, we start really living. Blue. Get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fond Molding 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fontum US LLC.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
It may be sunny out now, but severe storm season is just around the corner. Your local O'Reilly Auto Parts has the emergency supplies you may need, including generators, tarps, emergency lighting, and cleanup supplies. Prepare now for severe storms ahead with a visit to the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
4th of July is right around the corner, and the perfect burger with Weber Seasonings is what you need. Weber Seasonings Gourmet Burger will help perfect any type of burger. Beef, turkey, or chicken, just mix them in and grill. Weber Seasonings. Find them in the spice aisle or on Amazon.
That didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday.
25 segments.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Ooh, wow, that
After
really
25 more segments. God, that still
went
sounds like
down.
a lot.
Yeah, but it was like 50 earlier.
Yeah, but I
Oh, we
wanted
knew it.
I wanted like a low number. 25 more?
We got tomorrow. We get everything we need to be done. for
And
the
then we don't
weekend.
even get the Wednesday.
But then I have a feeling that you're going to send us a text
No,
Tuesday night.
no, it's too much time.
But if we
People
get
will eat us
everything
alive.
done on Thursday, then Friday we can have a real good time and don't worry about nothing. It'll be like a vacation.
That I'm
day.
down for. That sounds like a good time. You guys
We
got
got to utilize these big old shot glasses from Major.
I know. I'm actually scared of those. I was saying
Same
that last
here.
night. Are you guys getting big plans ready for the 4th of July? Or anybody? Checking.
I'm just.
Mine's going to be sad.
Why is it going to be sad?
I was going along with our joke. It'll be
You
fine.
gotta
I
understand
got to
if you keep
stop
putting
doing
that
it.
out there. Yeah.
I'm gonna hone in on it. Sorry, Celine. What were we saying? All the fun?
It's just going to depend on how much gets done around the house because Ashley's in full on project mode.
Oh, you getting
What are
ready
the
for the baby?
They're not baby stuff just yet. Although we have plenty of that stuff, but then we just have so much crap we got to get rid of.
Are you
Purge
knocking
the
down
house.
something in the bathroom or something?
Yeah, we found out over the weekend that they changed the delivery date of a new piece of furniture, a new vanity for our primary bathroom. I'd say master, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Careful, dude.
You're gonna be crying in front of the cops.
But yeah, so they said it was going to come a lot sooner than planned.
Heard that before.
So we had to demo the whole vanity that we had, like the sinks, the countertop, all of it's gone.
When you say demo, did you have goggles on and a big hammer that you're swinging?
Hammer, yes. Goggles, no.
Oh, that's a
Careful
safety
with your
violation.
eyes,
Yeah.
But I did use a Sawzall and just completely saw my countertop in half.
Was it kind of fun?
Yes.
It
Felt
seems
like
like it would be.
a gladiator.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of stuff are you getting rid of? Anything I'm interested in?
Well, he completely screwed up the vanity, so you're not getting that.
Yeah, you're not getting that. Let's
All right.
see. There's a lot of boxes in there. I don't know. I can take some pictures for you.
I'm super excited for that because what I want to do is continue to build up my rooms with stuff that I'll never ever use. But when I look at it, I'm like, one of these days,
I'm going to get to that project.
I know it.
I want to play this for you just because they say it's pretty amazing, and I waited. I haven't seen it yet. They said that there is now a chimpanzee on the Treasure Coast in the Fort Pierce area. And this chimpanzee is named Vanilla. Her name's Vanilla, 29 years old chimp, and she saw the sun for the first time. She'd never been outside. They brought her to this new facility. It's the first time.
Oh my God, are you serious? They hugged.
Did you see that? Watch.
They hugged.
I know this is visual, but look at that chimpanzee's
This
face.
looks fake.
Look at that chimpanzee's face seeing the sun for the first time. Isn't that wild?
Also, the fact that they embraced each other like two best friends from college.
Man.
Go back. Start it over. Oh, my God. They gave me chills.
By the way, I'll put this up on See It Now.
What?
It's so human-like.
Except for that BH.
Never been outside before.
This is so cool.
Just
Also
looking
makes
up at
me
the sun.
Really sad.
Yeah, because for 29 years, Vanilla didn't get to see any of this stuff.
I keep seeing clips about the Miami Seaquarium whale that's like, look how it's just staying in the same spot.
It's miserable.
Please let it out.
This thing is amazing. And again, I know this is visual, so I'm going to put this up on See It Now right after the show so you could check that out. All right, maybe we could get into Final Dispatch. I don't know. Let's see here. What do we got? Let me refresh this. Who knows anymore? Here is Guitar Slinger with a moment of tranquility.
It sounds like pee.
It's 2P-like.
Wiggle, wiggle. Pop, pop.
Thank you anyways. And guess what?
Remember when he
All
used
the
to
stories
sing songs?
made the cut. He still does that. He's real good. We're just going to get into the end of things here because you've been patient with us and you've been lovely all day long. So let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
And as predicted, the robot with the flamethrower didn't make the cut.
I'll put it
for
on the
sure.
notes. All right, robot flame thrower.
When I saw that story, I'm like, Sean's going to spend an entire segment.
I could because it's insane, but we'll get into this for now. Today Learned for Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. Today Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today Learned this band. Trees?
Neon Trees.
Neon Trees is correct. Today Learned the band Neon Trees took their name from the lit palm trees on the signs at In-N-Out Burger. They had nothing. They couldn't come up with a name. And they were going through the drive-thru of an In-N-Out, and they go, what about that? We could use that for our name.
Neon Trees.
And there they go, Neon Trees.
I bet the first one was like, let's call ourselves In-N-Out Burger.
And
like, no, man, we can't do it.
they're a huge success? Question mark, I guess, right? Are they big? They are.
Yeah, okay.
Today I Learned in 2013, this is going to be important for everybody to keep in mind. Just keep this with you. Definitely
10 years ago.
going to get you laid. In 2013, the number of U.S. children named Cheese skyrocketed by 450%. Nobody knows exactly why.
Have you ever met a cheese?
Never met a cheese.
Okay.
No, I've never met a cheese in my life.
All right.
Never met one I didn't like.
Some other unpopular names. Bronwen. I've never heard that before. Yoko is one of the most unpopular names. Franny, Matson, and Dharma. People don't like Dharma as a name for their kids, I guess. Today I learned this is interesting.
So like Greg, though.
Intelligent people are more likely to abuse alcohol and drugs, it says here.
Cheers, everybody.
That sounds really accurate.
Yeah.
Like, how many stories do you hear about a genius who's just like, all this knowledge is depressing me?
Oh, I was just thinking about for us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Today I learned this band.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam is correct. Today I learned Coachella started as a result of Pearl Jam boycotting Ticketmaster's fees. And they started throwing this festival out in Coachella Valley in the Colorado desert, which, believe it or not, is in California still. They started in 1999, and it was huge right off the bat. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. In West Palm Beach, it's Rover coming up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's all on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.
with jewelry.com.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on State Road 429 heading northbound before Stony Brook West Parkway. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on I-4 westbound between State Road 417 and State Road 429. You can expect heavy delays on Florida's Turnpike heading southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is